Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Jackson Rogers, and thank you for joining us here for football on the PHS TV News Sports Network. Tonight we're at the Plum Mustang Stadium. The Plum Mustangs are taking on the Franklin Regional Panthers. I'm joined in the press box by seniors Will Marzino, BJ Campbell, Brendan Toot, and junior Garrett Poe. And the man, the myth, the legend, Mr. Rick Barat. This game is a big one for the Mustangs as they look out to get the ball rolling. Plum's last game, the Plum Mustangs are coached by Matt Morgan, and last Friday they played the Penn Trafford Warriors. Plum entered the game on Penn Trafford's turf looking to come away with a win. On Plum's second play of their offensive drive, their quarterback, Corey Thomas, limps off the field with an injured right leg. While that is a setback for the Mustangs, they still look to get the win over the Franklin Regional Panthers. The rest of the game sadly went in favor of the Penn Trafford Warriors as they scored a number of times to get the win over Plum 48-0. The Franklin Regional coach is Greg Boda. They're coming to this game having beat the Kiski Cavaliers last week 19-14. So players we're looking out for is the Plum QB, Hunter Linhart. He's looking to see a lot of offense out of him, and I want him to focus on making passes and running the ball a little bit. And I'm looking out for Franklin's number 71, Bryce Lauer. With Plum's defense being their strongest aspect, I think Franklin is going to need him to be successful for them to be successful on offense. So what do you think about that, Will?
I look for this one to be a pretty good game for the Mustangs. Look for them, as me and Mr. Brett and you, Jackson, were talking in class. Mustangs need to come out and score a touchdown. That's all I'm looking for in this game, is for them to get in the end zone. I mean, they haven't been in the end zone yet, Mr. Brett, after 2 games. They're 1-1, coming into this one batting 500. So I would love to see them come in and score a touchdown with Linhart starting, I guess. That's the rumor is, Linhart starting. So a new face for the Plum Mustang quarterback. I would like to see Linhart get the ball going. I think he's a junior now, so it'd be a great game to see him come out and win this one. I mean, we heard from Aaron Scheffler the passion that he has for this Plum Mustang team and the fire he brings to this Mustang team. And he said, watch out for, who was it, Jackson, that you said?
Number 71, Bryce Lauer.
Bryce Lauer, and that's who we're going to look to, Mr. Barat. That matchup last week that Aaron had, and he has another big matchup tonight, and it'll be interesting to see what happens.
Yeah, I agree, Will. Jackson, good job with the intro, by the way. Yeah, you know, I talked to Aaron Scheffler a little bit. You know, he's a TV3 student. He's down in study hall also, and we're watching a little bit of Franklin Regional and the Kiski Cavaliers on Huddle. And, boy, number 71, and we're going to call his name a bunch tonight, guys. He really stands out for the Franklin Regional Panthers, and that's Bryce Lauer. Also, number 11, Jacob Shed. I think we'll be calling his name out a lot also. And number 6 was made some good plays also, Michael Evans. So those are some numbers and names of some of the opponents that you'll see and hear tonight from the Franklin Regional Panthers. But 71 is their main cog. He played linebacker a lot on first and second down, and he was really jumping the gun and taking 2-3 steps in on the snap of the ball. Then on third down in obvious passing situations, he played defensive line. So we're going to be seeing him a lot tonight. So you'd like to assume with Hunter Linhart at quarterback, maybe we'll see a lot of play action passes trying to maybe freeze him, or Plum will probably come off with some quick slants. Maybe some fly routes, but we'll see what Hunter Linhart does with the controls tonight. We had Anthony Little and Corey Thomas earlier. Unfortunately, Corey down with an injury, and he'll be out for the rest of the year. So I'm excited to see Hunter Linhart and how he does tonight with the Mustangs offense. The Mustangs haven't scored any points this year, haven't scored a touchdown, this year. So we'll see what they can do against the Franklin Regional Panthers, who were kind of lucky. Big four-down stand, goal line stand against the Kiski Cavaliers to sneak out of Kiski Cavaliers Stadium 19-14. So excited tonight. We know Plum has to get back on track here. And we know that Gateway's looming, and they're very, very good. We've lost to Penn Trafford, McKeesport next week. So these next 2 weeks are really big for the Mustangs. So they have to have a good showing tonight, guys.
As Jackson Godet comes out to kick the ball away, losing Corey Thomas is a big hurt to the Plum Mustang running game. We were talking to Aaron in class, Mr. Brett. He said that they have 2 other players they like to put into that running back position. Carson Ewing you'll see sometimes back there, and maybe Marcus Thomas back there too, maybe a little bit of Colt Robb. So I don't essentially think that this Plum Mustang offense doesn't have a running back in them. I definitely think they do, but you'll definitely see more throwing with Linhart out here. I mean, I heard from the JV game that he did a great job as Jackson Godet gets this one off. Send it over to Jackson with play-by-play.
Looks like he's going to take the ball up the middle as Jackson kicked it about the 10-yard line as he's tackled down at the 28, it appears.
A good kick by Jackson Gilday as he goes back to get his tee. I saw big number 11 also for the Franklin Regional Panthers. I didn't want to interrupt you guys. Right on the front line for the kickoff, Jacob Shedd. So right away. So Franklin comes out, 1st and 10, 6 seconds into the game. Hopefully Plum starts off here with a good foot forward.
It was interesting. You saw 3 guys back there to return that kick. They were kind of like,
yeah, you usually don't see that there, BJ.
Number 14's out there. Adam Rudzinski. Ooh.
And
fooled me, Mr. Broad.
Yeah, he came a little tuck and run there, and a quarterback sneak by the quarterback, Adam Rudzinski. And he popped ahead, guys, for a good 7-8 yard gain. And that's exactly the way the Panthers want to start off with a 2nd and short here on the Mustangs 37 yard line.
yeah, I don't know if that was a read option or just a QB draw.
I believe it was a draw.
QB draw.
He just took in a little screen pass. Number 2 is incomplete.
I saw
9, excuse me.
Oh, sorry, Jackson. I saw Jacob Shedd on the line there, Mr. Bride. That looked really odd. Or BJ going up against Aaron Scheffler and Carson Ewing. That looked. He's a skinny guy, and he's what is he here? 6'6", 180 against Aaron Scheffler. That's where is he? He's 6 foot, 300 pounds. That's a big difference.
Yeah, there's a big weight difference there. Is
good
another
QB.
Wow.
Adam Rudzinski with the run up the right side of the field for a little gain of 6.
But that almost faked me out also. What you guys are seeing, that's what McKeesport was their bread and butter.
Yep.
They used to run that triple option. Would be following the quarterback to the left, and the running back would have it on the right. I thought the running back had it there. I was like, oh, that's going to be a stop for no gain.
Yeah, it definitely looks more like a read option than a draw, and he just ran it right 2 times in a row now.
Little screen pass out to number 9 is complete this time as he runs down the field. Number 5,
Good tackle there.
By, I believe, Hunter Fields, number 7.
That's Tyree Coleman.
Tyrese Coleman, yeah, with the catch on that one for a gain of a couple. You know,
so really aren't big plays here, Mr. Broad. It's just little run games from the quarterback, little screen plays happening. So the Mustangs are doing well, it seems like.
Well, Will, this is all that Franklin did against Kiski was slants, fly routes, run the ball.
Another QB draw up the middle as he gets a couple there. Wow, he's done a great job at that twice. Sorry, Mr. Burhut.
No, that's okay. Now, what Coach Morgan and Coach Adam are going to have to do, they're going to have to make the adjustment, put another defender in the box, and when they put another defender in the box, that's going to open, exactly, it's going to open up a fly route, a wheel route, a slant. So we'll see if they make the adjustments as the Panthers go tripped wide right, guys.
It was interesting. You saw him try to bust that to the outside, seeing there was nothing there, just cut it back in.
Hand it off to
that was a hand.
Number 9 cuts it out to the left. He's running down the sideline. It looks like he goes out about the Plum 28 or 27 it appears.
Franklin Regional's marching down the field as number 20 Cam Anderson comes up with a big stop. So Franklin's marching down the field. Seems like here Mustangs looking to stop him here.
Stephen Johns with the run there. It was a good run by him. He gained about 14 or 15 yards with that one. And it's interesting, their quarterback, the way that they're going to approach this game. A couple draws in the first, little screen passes and a couple slants, as you see another QB draw that failed this time.
It's going to be stopped at least a yard behind scrimmage. He's going to stop at the 30, maybe get to
Here's about
the
the 29.
29.
Man, this looks like the Georgia Tech offense if we're going to compare it to a college team, because they don't pass the ball much. They just run that triple option and that read option, and that's what it looks like they're doing.
2nd and 10 here for the Franklin Regional Panthers.
It's working. The Mustangs just need to get to the court. They're getting to the quarterback or running back. They just need to pick which one to go after.
I agree. Once they make that adjustment of their QB slants and draws, they'll be very successful. See another one there, just a little play action pass. So he gained some yards there, almost gets the first down, sorry.
There's a pass right there, BJ.
And see, that's like an interesting, because it was a read option that had a screen built into it, which it's I mean, you don't see that, and it's hard to stop all three things.
Yeah, once you see that quarterback starting to run, you're like, oh, he's running, but then he pulls back and throws that wide receiver down the middle, so that was a good play from Franklin Regional to make that play there.
Already a big play here as they do another QB sneak up the middle to get the first down. It was a 3rd and 1 on the 20, but they appeared to get it.
He's going to get to about the 16, Jackson, so.
You know, they're storming down the field, but I think that once they make that adjustment, they'll be very successful against them, because I don't mean to deteriorate from their offense, but it's a very simple way of looking at it. It's working against the defense right now.
Yes.
As they played Penn Trafford last week, which I was not here for, but I do not know. I know the outcome, but I do not know how their play style was.
There's that option, and Aaron Scheffler and Carson Eaton stuffing behind the line at around the 20-yard line.
6-yard sack there.
Yeah.
Good one.
And then you saw a couple other Plum Mustangs just run in there and stop him.
It was a good team effort
Tomko, Mike Giannuzzi.
Yeah, just like the defensive line, not the offensive line.
2nd and 14 here.
8:10 left in the first quarter.
You know, 2 weeks ago against Kiski, there was some big stops here at their goal line. There was I think, at least 4 stops that they had them inside the red zone. So they're pretty good at that, I believe. Little pass down the side.
It's going to be
It's a good tackle.
It's a little out route to number 5, Tyrese Coleman.
It was a good hit by number 82, Reed Colson, for the Plum Mustangs to stop him down.
Sorry, Jackson. He's going to get to the 15-yard. He's going to get to the 15-yard line. It's going to be 3rd and about 8 now. So.
Yeah, that was just a 5-yard out route there just to get some yards. Said it's a manageable 3rd down.
So 7:28 left. He's going to drop back. Going to be hit hard by Carson Ewing in the backfield, but
is he going to get the first down here?
They're going to say
it appears that he got the first down.
Caught by number 5, Tyrese Coleman again, and he got drilled in the back by Dylan Tomko.
Dylan Tomko with the hit there.
There was 2 big hits.
Yeah, that was
quarterback took a big hit
too. It was a good hit.
He just, I mean, he hit him at the exact perfect time. He just held on to it.
So let's see the Mustangs get a goal line stop, Jackson, as we saw against Kiski.
Oh, fumble on the ground.
Wow.
Okay.
That's a good play for the Mustangs as they marked him down.
Off to his running back, and he fumbled with the ball. It looks like the quarterback was going to do another run play.
Dropped it.
That's the thing with the read option. You see that a lot when quarterbacks don't make up their decisions and they try to stick it into the running back at the last second.
Indecisive. They get kind of
especially at the high school level. I mean, that's not an easy play to run.
No, it's the read option at this level is not that easy to do.
They're going to mark him down at the 9-yard line, so 2nd and goal. So
it's 2nd and 9 here.
So
this is to number 7, a snap to number 7 of Franklin Regional. That'll be Nathan the Pole. Okay.
So he gained about 3 yards there as he's going to get to the 6-yard line.
Seeing a little bit of adversity with their play calling. That looked like a different kind of play set up for them. Nathan Leopold, who's a wide receiver, he snapped that ball and he ran it over to the right. It wasn't a quarterback or a running back. It was a wide receiver who got that snap. So it'll be 3rd and 6 here as they're right on the goal line here.
You see a lot of shotgun formation from the Franklin Regional Panthers here, just on this first drive, something I've noticed.
It's going to roll out.
Play action passes there.
Touchdown, Franklin Regional.
That was a good pass.
Coleman.
That was a good pass by the quarterback, Adam Rosinski there. Sorry.
Nothing you can do there. No. I mean, that was a good play by Franklin Regional. Roll out, find Tyrese Coleman. It's been their go-to. It's been their go-to man that whole series. So, you give the Franklin Regional offense some credit, and I just see number 12 for Franklin Regional, Dominic DeFalco, come out and kick the extra point here. Kicks up, and no good, I believe. Oh, it's good.
It's hard to tell from up here.
Line drive.
Yeah, it's hard to tell.
By there,
So Franklin Regional goes up with 5:46 left in the first quarter, 7-0.
Okay, well, I think their defense will make an adjustment, and they'll come back and definitely be able to adjust to their offensive play style, which is, like I said, I feel like it's a little simplistic, so they could definitely adjust to it. So it appears the referees are discussing this kick. We'll see Hunter Fields in the back looking to receive this kick. Hopefully he can get it and run it down for some yards.
Same with Larry Scafuri, so there'll be 2 guys back.
Instead of 3 that Franklin Regional had.
Yeah, that's interesting.
Say that.
Hunter Fields has had some good, I want to say, carries in the backfield. It would be interesting to see one that he runs back here, BJ. I mean, we saw one PT that he had a good run back to about the 45-yard line. So, and here comes the kick line drive right to Hunter as he catches it on the run. He's going to have a hole. He's going to get around the 31-yard line.
31-yard line.
So
a good run by Hunter, I think.
Good field position for the Mustangs as Hunter Linhart comes out and going to take advantage of hopefully take advantage of the field position they have.
You know, it's a different play style that Anthony Little and Dom and Corey play than Hunter. I think Hunter's more of like a
drop back and pass.
Drop back and throw it kind of guy instead of a scramble and run around. I would like to see him make a few dot passes here.
So Aaron,
indeed, Hunter Linhart at quarterback. So what you heard was true, Jackson.
The snap of Fields as it goes to Dom Colasano. He looks downfield. He throws it deep.
That would have been.
That pass was intended for number 10 of the Plum Mustangs, Reed Martin.
Gutsy play call here, BJ Jackson. Gutsy play call. I mean, just to come out straight out of the game like that. We saw that. Remember BJ against Franklin Regional at their home turf last year. I don't think you were there, but they came out with Kevin, RJ, and they ran that same play, first play of their drive, and they got a touchdown out of it. So
yeah, I mean it's an aggressive play call right off the bat. Maybe they're showing what they're gonna do this game instead of kind of drop back and what they've done the last games that I've seen. They're going to show what they can do here.
And that's what's nice about having a slot receiver in Dom Colasano that can throw the ball too. As you see, he threw that ball pretty far down the field.
And it's going to be Colt Robb with the carry. He has a hole.
He has down the right sideline as he gets the first down and some. Looks like he gained about maybe 19 or 18 yards there.
Tackled by Steve Jones. So that was a great run by Colt Robb. It looks like you'll see him more back in the running back position. We saw a few different faces out there. We saw Reed Martin out here at wide receiver, Jackson, BJ. So they're getting their wide receivers out there, showing a little bit different formation as you see Dom Colasano and Hunter Fields out there now with Dakota Sunday behind him and Colt Robb. So.
I mean, there was some good blocks there by Plum for them to get that run as they hand it off to, it looks like Colt again as he gets gain of 5. He's done a great job. He's finding holes. He's cutting through them.
Yeah, the great offensive line's holding up and finding those holes that they really didn't have last week, and it really is showing how they practice here.
Yeah, you really see basically everybody on the offense really holding their blocks here for the running backs.
I'd like to see Hunter Linhart drop back and pass one here. BJ, see how his arm's doing.
Yeah, I want to see. I haven't seen much of him, but from what I heard, he's not bad. So we'll see.
Looks like there's going to be maybe timeout, maybe. Matt Morgan's talking to.
And just while this is going on, it's interesting because you've seen so many, quarterback switches this year already. I mean, you had Dom to start, and then they put in Little.
Yeah.
And then they put Corey in. Then they went back to Anthony Little, and now they're putting Hunter Linhart in. So
I mean,
this offense had to really be on their toes this season, it seems like.
Yeah, it appears they're giving them all a shot to see who can be the best quarterback for this team.
I don't see what the call is here,
I'm
BJ.
not understanding what's going on.
I don't understand.
You can see Matt Morgan.
Not looking
They may be having communication issues.
Yeah, I think
that's
it's
what
a
it
little
looks
bit
like
of
because
a-
he's pointed to his headset and now they're talking.
I have no idea what just happened there.
A little bit of technical
Yeah,
difficulties,
maybe he
I
had some
guess.
issues with his mic or something.
Reed Martin in motion.
Hunter Lenhart snaps it and gives it to Colton Robb, who snaps out to the right and gets a gain of 3, it looks like.
And there's a flag, a late flag, BJ and Jackson. So this
Let's see
one
what that is.
might be against Franklin.
Could be either. It could go either way. You know, I'm excited to see Hunter Lenhart. I have heard good things, and I've talked to him a little bit. He's in my gym class, and he seems pretty excited for this opportunity, and hopefully he can take advantage of it.
Face mask. Up against Franklin, so that's a good thing for the Mustangs as they get a new set of downs.
Yeah, I would like to see them just go down and score this first time because that would definitely respond to Franklin's touchdown immediately. That would be it would set a tone for the rest of the game, I'd say.
Definitely, Jackson. I still want to see Lenhart air one out here and see how his arm's doing. If
you're going to give it to Colton Robb, it's working right now, so let's see if it keeps going.
Is it another
He hands
handoff
it
to
off to him
Colt Robb?
again, and he keeps getting those gains of 3 or 4, all you need right now.
That's a gain of 6 right there, so that's a good run by Colt Robb.
Yeah, definitely. And right now is, excuse me, I said no twice, but right here's where you hit him with that play action pass and try to go deep down the field.
Yeah.
Agreed. Because they're worried about the run, which they having some trouble stopping. So then you play action pass, it opens up a hole to the right, and you air one out. Hopefully that's what we can see here.
I think that maybe Franklin Regional thought that they weren't going to run the ball as much because of Corey Thomas out. So I think they've kind of stayed away from blitzing, and it looks like they're going to blitz now as they're going to give it to Dakota Sunday, and he's going to get about 2 yards.
Or, it could have been vice versa. They could have thought, well, since now that they don't have their quarterback, maybe they're going to just run the ball the whole game. So then they're going to, maybe sit back and see what they're going to do these first couple. So you'll see a 3rd and 3 here on the Franklin Regional 32 as Plum gets set up to get a first down here. Hunter Lenhart,
He's still
failed snap,
recovered
gets
it
it off to Colt Robb as he gets to the outside. He gets the first down, and he's going for more.
Flag on the play, Jackson, around the 30-yard line, but he's...
Could have been a block in the back.
Yeah, may have been a block in the back. This one might be coming back.
Yeah.
See Aaron Scheffler working his way back, so...
Still a good save there. I mean, you had the quarterback fumble the snap to start, and then he ended up handing it off, and it was still a good run.
Let's see what the call here is, guys.
Yeah. Holding
Blocking
on
the
the
back,
offense.
Yeah.
Okay.
Legal block in the back, so that's going to mark him down. What do you say, around the
We'll see.
40...
The 42.
42-yard line.
So it'll be 3rd down and a little bit ways to go. Maybe third down and 13 for Plum Mustangs. Let's see if they can convert here. This is their first long play with adversity. I'm hoping that they can get this one. So now we have Brendan Toot joining us on the mic. What do you think about this game going on, Toot? What do you think the Plum Mustangs need to do right now?
I think they're doing good. The offensive line looks pretty good. The run game's getting going. A little more play action pass. I think they'll open it up.
Agreed. I do think that they've opened that up. Their run game has been pretty solid, and it looks like they're going to definitely pass here. It looks like the motion that they're given.
Yeah, 3rd and 13.
Yeah, he drops back. He's looking for his man. He finds interception. Number 71. Number 71, Bryce Lauer. Yep, like we said, the players to watch. He intercepted that ball right off the hand of Hunter Lenhart there, it looks like. That's just a tragedy for Plum right there.
Yeah, ran the ball all the way back to the Mustangs 34.
I mean, that's what. Lenhart did a great job. He did a great job that series. Yeah, he was open, but he threw it kind of behind him. But hey, they did a great job that series. Colt Robb did an amazing job on offense running that ball. But Lenhart just needs to get the rust off. He needs to get the butterflies out of his system. He needs to get settled. He needs to get ready for this next series.
It was still a good drive, though. I mean, they were moving the ball better than they did against PT.
So as number 7 takes that snap again, the fumble. It looks like it was recovered by the Plum Mustangs.
Yep. You see Hunter Fields pointing, and number 82 for the Mustangs. Reed Corson's reporting towards the Mustangs.
That's a good break for the Plum Mustangs. So that ball was intercepted and turned right back.
Covered by number 5, Nicholas Gibson.
Nick Gibson with a great play.
You know, that was a clean fumble too. As lucky break as they.
Did anybody see you stripped it?
I did not. I was not.
I saw Carson Ewing in there, so I don't know if he may have stripped it.
So again, they go with that wide receiver, snap the ball and try to run it. So we've seen that a couple of times. I don't know if they're going to keep doing that or.
So Mustangs lose the ball, get the ball right back, and guess who's back out there? Hunter Linhart.
Yeah, just a loss of about 30 yards.
Yeah. The only
right
thing that changed is field position.
Yeah.
So
hopefully this is a momentum change. Let's see if they can get some here. They're going to hand it off to number 3, Carson, who falls down behind the line of scrimmage.
He's going to recover that one. Did you see the box there, BJ, when they were running the ball? You saw the box. The box was filled just how we saw Kiski do the first game. The box was full of 5 guys, so or 5 or 6 guys. So they know that the Mustangs are going to run the ball. So let's see if Matt Morgan changes up the playbook and goes air here, maybe.
You know, as it's a 2nd and 14 here, as the Franklin Regional Panthers lead the Plum Mustangs 7-0 with 1:27 to go in the first quarter.
Look at the box.
Snacks the ball, but they're looking for a deep pass.
Oh, just overthrows number 89 tight end.
That was intended for number 7, Hunter Linhart. It was, and it appears there was a miscommunications as Hunter didn't even turn around to look for the ball until later.
Intended for number 7, Hunter Fields.
Yeah. Hunter Fields. I get them
Accident.
confused. Sorry.
Hunter to Hunter connection.
We saw number 89 on the field, but we don't have him on the roster. So if he ever catches the ball, sorry, number 89, we don't have you on the roster. So
you know,
we'll just call him Mystery Man. So 3rd and 14 here for the Mustangs. Look for them to air one out, get a big play. So you see Carson Ewing in the backfield. Throws to number 2, Dom Kose. He's going to be hit and dropped, and that's going to
be about
to the
4th and 10.
Yeah, it's going to be to the original line of scrimmage almost.
I think a yard in front.
Yes. So Jackson Godet will come out and try to boot one back inside the 10-yard line. Wouldn't that be something, that leg?
Me and Will do have Jim with him, and he talks a lot about his passion for this team and how much he cares and how much he wants to win so badly. And
yes,
he's doing everything he can in his power to win, and he's been doing great this year.
Yeah, we saw him in gym class today, Jackson.
Yeah.
We played soccer, and we saw him working on his putting form, it looked like.
Definitely his punting form was on,
yes,
was on point. So hopefully it comes through right now. Let's see it.
Just to give credit to number 89, it is Nicholas Stitt.
Stitt.
Okay. Jackson Godet punts that one.
That's a good
beautiful punt. Beautiful punt. Gonna have. That's a great punt. As you hear Mr. Barat in the back as they get to the 35-yard line. So that's a great punt. That was inside their 30.
Yeah.
And he was on our 30, so that's a great punt by Jackson Godet.
Brought down by number 5, Nick Gibson, there in the back, about the 30-yard line.
Better punts this week than we saw last week, BJ. We saw his first punt go off his shin, and he slipped. So that punt definitely starting the Franklin Regional Panthers in their own end. So that's a good punt by Jackson Godet. And look for the Mustangs to get another fumble recovery here, Jackson.
Let's hope so. I mean,
20.5 seconds left in the first quarter, so.
Yeah. Their QB drops back, number 14, as he's looking to run it out to the outside. He throws it.
That's going to be incomplete.
Couldn't tell. That doesn't.
It's going to be complete.
Said he caught it. Number
nice
7
catch.
with the reception. Nathan Leopold, he's been a factor in this one, snapping the ball and being a wide receiver. He's done both aspects of it so far, so he's really helped them out so far.
It's a beautiful catch.
It'll now be about a 2nd and 3 with 7.8 left here in this first quarter.
Little screen pass out to the right. As that happened a couple times for Tyrese Coleman. It appears he heard the pitter-patter of the defense coming on him, you know.
Yes, Tyrese Coleman seems like the go-to guy on this Franklin Regional offense. So
yeah, he's definitely been their go-to right now. So
yeah, he heard the footsteps of Dylan Tomka there.
I think he was more focused on catching it and what he was going to do with it after rather than catching it first.
I don't know if Anthony Little's just staying warm or if he's warming up here, BJ, but seems like he's taking snaps from Jordan Bruno on the sideline, so. Good penetration as you hear Mr. Brott in the background. Tackled by number 52, Mike Giannuzzi.
Yep.
And you saw Carson Ewing hit the quarterback there, so there was really no option for him.
So as the first quarter comes to a conclusion, the Franklin Regional Panthers lead 7-0 over the Plum Mustangs.
Definitely a promising first quarter there.
Oh, definitely. I agree. So as we join back here, what do you guys think about that first quarter for Plum Mustangs?
I think they did fine. I think we've seen this offense really improve over the last week. I mean, they got down to the Franklin Regional 30. A little miscommunication, as you said, with Linhart and Dom Carlosano. But other than that, that was a good play, a good series from the Mustangs, a good offensive possession. And as Franklin Regional comes back out here to kick this one away, punt this down to Hunter Fields as kicks up, and that's going to be a sky punt.
As he calls for the fair catch, and he catches it about the 29-yard line.
So, but Colt Robb did great. Colt Robb, I think they really found their new running back, it seems like, almost. If Colt Robb stays sharp here, I don't know if, it looks like we got a new quarterback, guys. Anthony Little's coming back on the field.
Wow, that's interesting to me because you change up pretty much everything what you're doing with Hunter Linhart going back to Anthony Little. Because like I said, Hunter Linhart's more of a
drop back pocket passer,
definitely.
almost Jackson. I agree.
It's interesting. It's very interesting. But I hope it works. Let's see what they can do here.
Maybe Matt Morgan sees something that we don't see up here in the press box.
I mean, he knows his guys better than we do. So.
Yep. It's going to be hand off to Colt Robb. Colt Robb has the edge.
To the side, cuts in back.
I don't know if you saw it, Mr. Barat, but that was a great block by Hunter Fields to push number 7 out of the way.
Good block. That's a good game by Colt Robb there. I mean, he could have been stopped for a loss of 3 or 4 there. He managed to score that and get up to the 34. So turned a loss into at least a gain of 4 guys. So we'll call it the 33. 2nd and 6 for the Mustangs.
He turned nothing into something there. I mean, he looked like he was going to be back in the backfield, and then he just cut back up the middle and gained some yards there.
Yeah, he almost got tripped up there. You saw him stumble a little bit, but regained his balance and got a few yards.
Oh boy, 71 came flying up. I don't know who he hit and who stuck him.
Giannuzzi.
Was it Giannuzzi?
Yes.
Yeah, I couldn't see the number. It came so fast. It was 52 that just kind of chipped him a little bit, but Giannuzzi might have taken the worst of that. And we saw that on Huddle when we were watching that in class, guys. Well, at the end of the period, we were watching it. You know, 71 will make a run up, and, you know, if you eye him up here on this play, you know, he'll take a couple steps. He'll time that snap count, and then, you know, he'll come. Bryce Lau just come flying in. Here he comes. He sets. Actually, he held there.
That has to be a pass interference, and they throw the flag. There we go.
You know, again, to Hunter Fields, it looked like another miscommunication.
Yes.
There was the other one in the first quarter that he had a miscommunication on, because he ran and then he didn't turn around for the ball. That's why I think Anthony Little hesitated there.
But number 7, he also saw number 7 was holding on to Hunter Fields, so you have to throw it in his way to get that.
Yeah. Okay. So that's good for the Plum Mustangs, but I felt like that's what it looked like. It looked like a
new set of downs for the Plum Mustangs as they get around the Franklin They're going to get around the 50-yard line as they're going to get to the 49-yard line. So that's good field position. Good field position for the Mustangs as they have 10:24 left in the first half, and they're at the 49-yard line with Marcus Thomas in the backfield. So
yeah, that was we were debating between holding and pass interference, so that was definitely pass interference because it was a 15-yarder. Did you see Marcus Thomas just get
stuffed in the backfield?
Well, that's because, boy, let's call out the number again. Bryce Lauer, who shot the gap right before the snap.
Look for that matchup, Mr. Broad, as we had last week with Aaron. Aaron did a great job last week against, I forget his name already, Hopkins. BJ, sorry, Mr. Broad left, but Hopkins, Logan Hopkins,
yeah.
And Aaron held his ground with Hopkins. I mean, now you don't have that matchup on the line, but you do have him just shooting gaps, so it's hard for Aaron to make that transfer. That's going to false start on the offense, it seems like, on number 89.
Josh Cummings, excuse me. Nick Stitt there with the false start there for Plum offense. But yeah, like you said, Logan Hawkins, Aaron did a great job. I wasn't at the game, but I did watch the tapes, and Aaron did a wonderful job to shut him down. And
you got to think that Logan Hopkins is a D1 commit, and Aaron is a starter for the Plum Mustang offense and isn't going D1 for football. So I mean, that's amazing for Aaron to hold him like that, and he really didn't have any tackles unless some other player got in, and besides Aaron. So that was great for Aaron as Reed Martin goes in motion here.
Yeah.
Little's going to drop back, throw one to Dom Carlson. Dom Carlson is going to get past the 50-yard line on the Franklin Regional 49. So little connection there from Dom and Anthony Little.
And you know, I was talking to Dom in history class today, and me and him, he was just kind of joking around, but he said if Anthony Little gets me the ball, we're going to win this game. So,
wise words, I guess. We'll see. Hopefully that comes true.
So maybe he's talking about if this gets close towards the end. Wouldn't that be crazy if we see Dom catch the game-winning touchdown, BJ?
By Anthony Little. Yeah.
Yes, and he said if you give me the ball, we will win.
That Kiski game, we've seen crazier so far. That Kiski game was a little bit.
That Kiski game was crazy.
Yeah.
Look for the Mustangs to go 2-0 here at home.
Sets back, looks for the passer's man number 2.
That's a great play.
As you heard by Mr. Broad in the back, good throw to Dom Carlosano. Like you just said, if he gets me the ball, we're going to win.
That was a great play by Dom Carlosano. As you hear Mr. Broad in the back, like you said, Jackson, just saying, great throw.
Give credit to where credit's due. Anthony Little, perfect pass right to him.
Yes, and we saw that last week against PT. They just saw that middle. They would just keep putting that ball in the middle of the field, and it would work. And
so as we're storming down the field, we're on Franklin Regional's 30 here with a 1st and 10 as Anthony Little sets back, takes the snap, drops back, looks for his man. He goes deep. He looks like he's going to Hunter Fields. Oh, man. Just misses that catch there by Hunter Fields. What a great effort, though.
Yes.
It was a
on his way from coming down to try to catch that, but
broken up by number 7, Nathan Leopold, who we said his name a couple of times.
Yeah.
That was just juggled in the air, and on his way down, he almost just stuck his hands up and caught it.
That was a great throw by
that was real good. It was pretty good positioning. I mean, on the man-to-man, that was a real good spot for that ball.
And you saw them sort of hand fighting in the end zone there, but I like how there wasn't like any penalties called. They let him play. They let him play it out.
Just like basketball, college basketball, BJ. Let him play it. It's going to be handed off to Curtis Sunday. Yes, he has a hole.
Sunday as he gets a gain of 15 there up the middle, just shooting the gap up the middle.
We haven't said this often, guys. Mustangs are in scoring position here for just first time this game. So this is amazing for the Mustangs as they really have relied on their running game. It seems like running game and a little bit of their air game, but this is promising to see here. The Mustangs are looking to get into the end zone for the first time this year.
This season, yeah.
And let me call it that truck right there by Dakota. He just literally put his head down and just...
it looks like another drop back pass goes to his man, Sano, but he leaves him defenseless as that pass was up.
I can't believe there wasn't a flag there, BJ.
Defenseless receiver.
I don't know.
He was on his way down. He was hit by number 44 on Franklin Regional, Jake Poling.
You know, what I said about Hunter Linhart is he was a drop-back passer, but it appears Anthony Little is playing that role right now. He's had 3 passes. I think all of them were pretty solid.
Yeah.
Only one of them complete, but all of them have been pretty much on target. So we'll see how that plays out.
So 2nd and 10.
Yeah, I
now.
think Anthony's a little bit of that dual threat quarterback there as you see him handle.
Oh, it's a hole to Sunday again. Wow, he gets to the 8-yard line to go to Sunday with another great run. So I'm going to put the ball in his hands on this next play, boys. That's what I do.
Yes. So Mustangs 1st and goal at the ball on the 3-yard line, BJ and Jackson.
Yeah.
Yes, definitely. And as I was saying, Anthony Little also has the ability to scramble if he has to. So not only is he just a pocket passer, as we've been seeing, but he can definitely run if he has to.
So as your Mustangs enter the Heinz red zone here. It's going to be Anthony Little's going to keep it. Oh, I saw that hole and I thought he was just going to shoot for it, but it took a little while to get
Tackled
there.
by Laurie.
I thought he was just going to shoot that gap, but he really didn't get there in time. So look for Marcus Thomas to come in now and knock one in. Oh, never mind. Marcus Thomas is going to go off the side of the field. I don't know what that was, but
maybe he thought that they were going to use him for that play.
Yeah.
Maybe he'll be in for this next drive or something.
if this one doesn't get knocked in here.
Yeah. I would suspect they're going to go to Dakota here with those two really good runs. I would suspect that they're going to get it off to him.
Oh, touchdown. That's a touchdown. Touchdown, Mustangs!
Yeah, Mustangs said Anthony Little has the legs to run it.
Yes.
Has to.
So Mustangs' first touchdown of the season.
Running
You just hear the crowd erupting.
Yes, as all the fans know, that was the Mustangs' first touchdown of the season. That's a huge weight lifted off their shoulders, BJ Jackson. We talked about it last week, Jackson and BJ. Their shoulders are hurting from that being on there for a long time, but they finally knock one in, and Anthony Little seems excited. The whole offense seems excited as you see him grab a Gatorade bottle and just go, woo!
So let's see if Jackson
and
kick
that's
this point
Franklin
after
Regional isn't an easy as the extra point here gets blocked. But as I was saying, Franklin Regional is definitely not an easy opponent to just run on. And the fact that they look good today. Their offense looks good. It's very promising right now. Hopefully they can keep it up.
That was now they got me excited.
Yeah,
That just brought a whole new life to this Mustang stadium.
A whole new Walmart too.
So it's 6-7 as Jackson Goday's extra point was blocked. So that was a good offensive possession, a really good offensive possession, a really good way to end it with a touchdown. So Mustangs did a great job, and it just shows how good this Mustangs offense could be. Now look for the defense to help out here too, Jackson, BJ. Maybe a quick 3-and-out, get the ball back, knock one back in, go up 13-7 here would be really nice.
Yeah, the Mustangs do get the ball back in the second half, and Franklin Regional does lead 7-6 here with 6:34 left in this quarter. I would agree if they get the ball back and they score again with possibly under 2 minutes left, that would be a huge momentum shift. And
I
you never know. They can go for two on that touchdown.
That's what I was thinking.
Go up 14-7.
I wouldn't be complaining. I'm not complaining if they score another touchdown this half.
I wouldn't either.
Yeah, I don't think this whole Plum side would.
Maybe a couple. I don't know.
Yeah, a lot of strangling Franklin Regional fans around here. As Jackson Godays looks to pin one deep. It's a good kick by Jackson.
Good kick inside the 10, about the 2-yard line as he hesitates and
look at that
up to the side. Number 19. Wow.
That's a big hit on Jackson Goday.
For Franklin Regional, Jake Prodorski, who's a freshman.
Yeah.
And that was a good run by him. He ran that back to about the 33-yard line as he knocked him out of bounds. But wow, good job by him.
Yeah, great job by Jackson. Sacrificing the body.
Yeah,
he said if he ever needs to make a play, he will make a play. Just made a play.
That looked like a la Pat McAfee.
Oh yes. Yeah. As he said, I remember me and him were talking in gym class. I was coached by Pat McAfee, so that pretty much makes me Pat McAfee. That just made me laugh.
Yeah, that's it.
It's gonna be a QB draw.
QB draw again there.
Wow, this QB draw. So Mr. Brett joins us back on the mic. What do you think of that touchdown, Mr. Brett? As I said, it feels like a huge weight has been lifted off the Mustang's shoulders.
Oh, sure, absolutely. But why is nothing ever easy? And then the extra point is blocked. Like you finally cross that threshold, and like you scored. The onus is off. You know, 4 games this year, the last one last year, we finally scored a touchdown, and then the extra point's blocked. After Jackson Gilday's been one of the most consistent players on the team.
Yes.
Number 14 with
wow.
the middle.
Aaron Scheffler just wraps him up, Mr. Brett.
I think.
Seems like a lot of extracurricular activity are happening out there, Mr. Brett. I don't know if this is a rivalry game or...
It is absolutely a rivalry game. If Garrett can get a shot of the student body for Franklin Regional real quick, you can see they called for a whiteout. Huge attendance for tonight's Plum Franklin game. So,
sorry, Mr. Brett.
No, that's okay.
Number 14 goes for a little play pass down to the side.
That's a good play.
It is caught by number 13 as he's still not being brought down, but he's brought down at about the Franklin 48.
That was a good play.
Yeah,
that was a real good play.
And it looks like they're going to give him the first down, too, as I thought he was a little bit short there.
So number 13, Brady Burnick, as he came up with that reception. It was a good little run by him. Little reception and run there.
Seems like they have moved the student section, Mr. Brett, so both student sections are sitting across from each other. It's going to be a QB draw again, but handed off to number 9. His name's Stephen Jones. So that's going to be a gain of 6, it seems like. So they'll be almost at the Mustang 45. About the Mustang... What do you say, BJ?
46-yard line, yeah.
2nd and 5 here.
So as the QB drops back, he hands it off. That was a good QB fake there by number 14.
I thought the running back had the ball. Wow, what a hit.
Yeah, that was a huge hit by Mike Giannuzzi.
Mike Giannuzzi,
that's revenge from getting hit a little bit earlier by our boy number 71 for Franklin, Bryce Lauer, is playing a great game with an interception and in on several tackles.
Yeah.
As Matt Morgan's going to take his first time out here.
No, I think that's a good timeout, guys. There's 4:40 left to go in the second quarter. Plum down by 1, 7-6, but Franklin's put together a real good drive here, so let's just settle everything down.
Yeah, I'd agree. It's definitely a momentum shifter here as there's 4:40 left to go here in this second quarter. I mean, it appears Franklin has the momentum as they're storming down the field again with that reception there and their run, but hopefully Plum's defense can hold up and they can make a stop here and they can get the ball back before the time runs out of the second quarter.
Beautiful night for football.
Oh, agreed.
It's not too cold, not too warm. Nice, clear, cloudy, a little bit of clouds in the sky. But beautiful night, you see.
Otherwise, yeah.
Here at Plum Mustang campus.
Yeah, I thought I was going to need a hoodie, but turns out it's kind of hot today. I don't need anything, just shorts and a T-shirt.
Yeah, that was going back to that play, that was a good hit by Mike Giannuzzi. I mean, I thought he had the ball, so I thought, man, that guy just.
I'm gonna have to go back and see it because I was watching the guy down the field. I didn't see Mike Giannuzzi hit him, but even though he's a quarterback, he's considered a runner on that read option, so you are allowed to hit him. That's why it's not a penalty.
So as Franklin comes back out, it's gonna be QB's keep. I don't know how there wasn't a hold on number 9.
Like it appeared to be a holding there.
There was holding number 20, Cam Anderson, seemed like, but no call. As you said, BJ.
Yeah,
referees are letting him play.
Yeah, but Carson was trying to get to the inside there, and he just grabbed his shoulder pad and threw him down.
Referees are letting them play out here, so
let it play out.
A little back and forth action.
It'll play.
Panthers have trips to the left as QB keeper Carson.
Carson almost stopped him.
Stopped in the back there. That was a good job by them. There's Carson and a few other Mustangs.
Stopped by number 5, Nick Gibson, as Carson Ewing kind of slowed him up there, and then Nick Gibson finished him off.
Yeah, Gibson with some big plays so far with that fumble recovery and now some stops on defense. Really haven't seen his name that much at the first 2 games, BJ, but now you're hearing it now in an important game that the Mustangs need to win for a playoff berth, it seems like.
Definitely this is a big game here. This is definitely a big game here for the Mustangs. It looks like it's intercepted by number 2, Dom Colasano, as he goes up the middle.
Give him the ball, BJ. Give him the ball.
Not only may not have been Anthony Little throwing to him, but he sure did caught that one and ran it up the middle.
Not even Anthony Little needs to just give him the ball. Number 14, Adam Rudzinski is giving him the ball too. So he's getting it on both sides.
It's going to be a 1st and 10 for the Mustangs on their own 15 with 3 minutes and 30 seconds left here. Hopefully they can run down the field and score. It'd be a huge momentum shifter as they can take the lead with the score here. I would say any score would do because they do get the ball back. So any type of points would work here, I'd say. So as Anthony Little goes back out there for a snap, let's see.
I bet you see a screenplay here.
Yeah, let's see it.
Nope. Oh,
little bit of a slant route to number 9 of the Plum Mustangs, Dylan Tomko with the reception.
First down, Mustang.
So it's a good little reception there. As it's going to be a 2nd and it's going to be 1st down there as they gain the 1st down on that little pass. Wow, I didn't realize it was that much of a run or a little pass there.
Another screen pass. Do you think they're going to pull out the screen pass here, BJ?
I don't know. It looks like a handoff to Dakota Sunday, who looked to get tackled there and then spun off of it in
He's
midair.
just been pushing through the defensive line there. He's done a great job so far. I'd look to give him the ball more.
You see both Dakota Sunday and Colt Robb both running hard here for the Mustangs.
So their running game has been solid. I think their overall offense has been a lot better than what I've seen.
Which isn't, I'm not surprised by that, is even though Corey Thomas went down, they have, this Mustangs team has so much depth.
You're right.
And you see if one person goes down, another steps in, and maybe they're playing this game for Corey here, is he's standing on the sideline there on crutches, probably wishing to get out there.
Yeah, he probably
has a screen pass to the left, just a little bit overthrown, intended for Dom Carlisano. So it'll be 3rd down and about 4. Mustangs on their own 32-yard line.
I would definitely look to hand it off to Dakota Sunday here to get this little run up the middle and gain this little 4 yards here and get the 1st down. So with 2 minutes and 20 seconds left to go, the Franklin Regional Panthers lead 7-6 here, but Plum looking to make a push down the field and score.
Handoff to Dakota Sunday.
Oh,
fights hard. Might have got it.
He may have had it. Honestly, it's
going to be marked down a 1 yard short.
Yeah, they're going to give him 4th and inches here.
So I think they're going to go for it.
Do you think they'll go for it?
They have Anthony Little still out there.
It would be bad if they didn't get it. It would give Franklin good field position with time.
Yeah.
So
Matt Morgan's going to bring on the punting team, which I would like to see the Mustangs go for it, show how aggressive they are. Yeah. I mean,
early in the game, I'd love to see him go for it here,
but they're going to bring him out with a minute.
Interesting. Maybe
47 still.
Maybe we'll see something special here. You never know what could happen.
Jackson is a big. He also has a big leg, so he might pin him down deep. That's what Matt Morgan's thinking.
Yeah, he could. I mean, there's a minute 34 with it running down. There's. I think it could be the right call, but you never know what could happen.
It's going to be a timeout. Oh wait. Oh, nope, that's going to push the Mustangs back. So no hope for a 4th down in going for it now, Jackson. So the Mustangs need to punt it away.
Yeah, they're definitely going to punt it away here, I'd say. But the last kick he had was terrific. He pinned him down deep. So
yeah. 30-20, and they're on the 30-yard line. So
let's see what they can do here. I mean, I would love to see him get a great kick here and pin him deep.
Yes, so would I.
So the ball snapped to Jackson as the kick is up, and
that's a skies. This one skies it. It's going to take a Mustang roll. Oh, he touched it. I don't know if that was too early.
10. Reed Martin appears to have. Yeah, you never know. It could have bounced towards the field. It's all right. It's okay. It's decent field position, but otherwise, pretty good kick by Jackson.
Yes.
And it looks like Dakota Sunday's forearm was bleeding there, as you saw Road Dogg kind of cleaning it off, but he was like, "Nah, I got to go back on the field."
He'll definitely, yeah. He's a tough kid, I'll tell you that. He's been fighting for this team, and he really wants to win here for them.
So maybe Dom will get another interception.
Let's hope so. You got two safeties deep here. Dom Carlos Center and Hunter Fields.
Number 14 drops to the pack. He doesn't see anyone, so he cuts it.
Oh, that's a good tackle.
By
Number 50.
by number 50 of the Plum Mustangs.
Cooper Auble.
Wow, we have not heard that name here on the broadcast yet, but that was a good stop by him.
Yeah, junior 6'3", 260.
That's a great play by Cooper Auble.
Wow.
Gain of
For
one.
that one. Oh, quick snap here by the offense. Number 14 runs to the outside. He gets hard by number 3.
Intercepted! He has blockers! He has blockers!
He's going to the 30. He cuts back. He's going to the 20. Colt Robb.
Come on! Oh, that's cool!
Number 21, Colt Robb. Intercepted by Colt Robb.
Intercepted by Colt Robb. That's a great big time play for the Mustangs. With 4:96 left, and the Mustangs are down by 1 point.
2 costly mistakes for the Franklin Regionals Panthers right there. That was a big mistake there. They can score right now. They can take the lead with a field goal. Wow.
Yeah, and they get the ball back.
That's what I'm saying.
At the beginning of the half. So that was a big time play from Colt Robb, and wow. And you saw Carson Ewing going right after him, and right after he threw that, he got hit. So great pressure by Carson Ewing to force that play. And
that was a good job.
That's the plus for having guys that play offense and defense. Colt has good ball carrier vision. As you see, Anthony,
he gets hit hard there.
He gets hit hard.
Gets about 3
6-yard line. Okay, he appears to be all right, but that was a hard hit. Needing a timeout with 38 seconds left here.
And as I was saying, as you see running backs play cornerback, if they get a pick, I mean, they have such good ball carrier vision to make a cut up field. And you saw Colt Robb really just follow his blocks down the sideline there.
With
a great return.
With 1 timeout left for the Mustangs, we're looking to get some points here, get a touchdown here, preferably.
Even a field goal would be nice.
Yeah, anything. Yeah, I mean, anything.
Go to half with the lead.
Yeah. I'd love to see a touchdown here.
Yes.
Go for
definitely.
2. That would definitely be the move.
I don't know if it's just me, BJ, but it seems like Matt. All right, yeah. Okay. It seems like Matt Morgan likes to argue with the refs. It seems like to me.
Because we're having some technical difficulties here.
So they changed the clock to 42 seconds even, as it's 2nd and 6 here for the Plum Mustangs as they're looking to score. Interesting layout here. Sorry, the interesting layout they have going into this.
We saw this last time, BJ and Jackson. It's going to be a fake handoff.
Oh, he's going to drop back for the pass.
Touchdown! Touchdown, Plum Mustangs.
Good job. Good pass by Anthony Little. Good pass by Anthony Little there. What a game! Wow. Will is so hyped.
Great throw by
it looks like they're gonna go for the kick here.
Yeah,
okay?
Jackson Godet is gonna come on. Hopefully,
I agree
this one in.
I agree with the kick here. It's
great throw from Anthony Little. Great throw from Anthony Little. Dakota's son way to lay out and catch that ball. That was great.
Maybe forcing a little competition into Anthony Little forced him to elevate his game a little bit as we see Jackson Gilday make the kick, and it's good. So the Mustangs will take the lead 13-7.
Great job by the Mustangs.
37 seconds left here in the second quarter.
So everything was clicking that series, guys.
Yeah.
The interception from Colt Robb, way to make a play. That could be the difference maker here.
Yeah.
In this game.
The two turnovers by Franklin are definitely the biggest things that I have to say about that. I mean, without those, Plum really doesn't have the score, and that's a great job by the offense to get it in.
Yes, way to execute on the turnovers. That's what we need to focus on. I mean, last week, for the couple weeks that we've had turnovers, they haven't executed, but now they're executing. That's a great plus for the Mustang offense.
Agreed. This looks like a new Mustang offense.
Yes.
Just a new Mustang team in general.
Yes. I mean, maybe the fall of one of their captains, Corey Thomas, going down really got that thought in their head. I mean, man, we need to step up. We need to make the plays. We just can't rely on Corey relying on this offense. We just can't rely on him, and that's what everyone's doing. Everyone's stepping up, making big plays. Carson Ewing going into that offense now, really changing up the game. Aaron Scheffler, I mean, he's been outstanding this whole year. Colt Robb stepping up this big game.
Yeah, he really has run a couple of balls.
Yeah, him, Hunter Fields, Dom Carlsena really elevating their game. I mean, that's what the Mustangs needed, and that's really showing how it's going. That one's going to bounce into the end zone. I thought it was going to stay on the 1 yard.
He would have been interesting on the 1 yard line.
He would have had to pick that up. So
good kick by Jackson Gilday. Yeah. Give credit where credit is due, as I'll say for him a lot.
And that's not bad because that'll be a touchback. So I mean, the Panthers will have to go 80 yards down the field.
Yeah,
just to score a touchdown in 37 seconds. So expect them to just run the clock out here and get into halftime.
Maybe another deep pass interception by Colt Robb here would be interesting.
Or Dom.
That's what the Panthers would be afraid of here.
That's why I was interested by that call by them to go deep there. I was kind of surprised.
I don't get why they're throwing it. I mean, there's another throw to number 7.
It was caught by number 7 as he's going down the field, but he gets tackled at the 50-yard line by number 21. Colt Robb again with the tackle on defense. He's been doing
the touchdown.
Yeah, that was a save.
Okay.
For sure, and you'll see them call timeout here
with 30 seconds left.
Just
the 50-yard line.
Franklin Regional calls a timeout.
They're going to try to maybe get even a field goal here. I mean, 13-10 is better than 13-7.
I would think that's their goal, is to get into field goal range just to get some points.
We haven't seen how their kicker's leg is, so we'll have to see where they want to get to, see how big of a leg he has. I mean, we got here a little late, BJ. We didn't really get to see their kicker warm up.
No,
I mean, we saw Jackson starting to warm up, kicking from the 30-yard line, knocking them in, but we haven't seen their kicker warm up.
We saw DeFalco kick the field goal. He line drived it right through. It looks like he's got a pretty strong arm, but you never know. You really never know. Yeah.
I'd say maybe the 25, maybe at the earliest the 30-yard line. I think they're going to try to get to. And you see him drop back here. Almost picked by number 2, Dom Carlsena.
Almost with the pick, like we were saying.
You see these Mustangs just flying all over the field today.
Their defense has been their defense has always been their strongest point, but it looks like different this week.
I was just informed by Mr. Barat, the man, the myth, the legend himself. I think he said 1 timeout.
There's 2 timeouts left for Franklin Regional as they're at midfield as he snaps the ball and looks for his man deep down the sideline. Number 7.
This is a different quarterback we're seeing here, guys. He just likes to get that ball, turn, and find his guy. He doesn't like to scramble anymore. He just likes to stay in that pocket, sit in that pocket, wait till the receiver's open, then throw it instead of scrambling out, then throwing on the run. I mean, this is a different quarterback we're seeing for the Franklin Regional Panthers. I mean, it's odd. It's odd to change it up so early.
Into this game as they're going to go to number 5, his man, as he cuts up the middle.
Clock's still ticking. And
the Franklin Regional coach calling a timeout there. Their go-to man, number 5, Tyrese Coleman, there with the reception.
And you'll see that. With that 4-minute offense, they're not really trying to surprise the defense. They know they're going to throw the ball. Yeah. So why waste the time doing a play action and have the defensive line break into the offensive line? So smart play calling here by Franklin.
BJ, 15.4 seconds left on the game clock. Plum leads 13-7 as you see the Mustangs taking a knee, talking to their coach telling them what they need to do, as number 14 Adam Rudinsky comes back out in the field looking for a completion, as you see 3 out to the right, 1 to the left. Screenplay, BJ?
With 15 seconds left in this quarter, Franklin's making a beat down the field, honestly. They've been making passes left and right, not missing. Hopefully the Plum offense can get one of their stops here.
That's a good catch from number 7 as you hear Mr. Brock.
It's brought down by number 20 of Plum, Cam Anderson with the tackle there.
I saw the ball come out. I thought it was a fumble, but he was already down.
Nathan Leopold with that catch there.
Will got excited there for a minute.
So we're joined here by Zach Barat. What do you think about this offense and what they're doing here, Franklin, and what do you think Plum can do defensively to stop them here?
Well, the Plum Mustangs have played well this half, and I think that Their defense could be a little bit stronger, but that's it.
Yeah, I'd have to agree. But as Franklin that takes the timeout here,
That's their last timeout. That'd be Franklin's last timeout here, as they're on Plum's 11-yard line there.
So maybe a field goal here with 8.6.
Hopefully they can. If they stop them here, they're going to have to go for a field goal.
I don't think they're going to risk it. I think they might just go for the field goal, but that's if it was me, I'd just go for the field goal.
I think they have time for one play to see if they can get in the end zone.
I think they might just go for the end zone.
They're going to go for the end zone and then possibly.
If there's nothing open and he's getting pressured, he's throwing it out the back of the end zone.
Yep.
Because they're not going to take the chance of losing points here at the end of the half.
That's
three out to the left, one out to the right.
So see as number 14 drops back, looks to his man in the end zone.
Oh, that was just out of reach.
Colton Robb was a good man-to-man there on that wide receiver.
Almost picked off.
Motioning that he...
5.5 left now as they are going to bring out the kick team, or no?
They're not?
And they're, well, I mean, that play only took about 2.6 seconds.
Yeah,
so
they have enough
throw
time.
Another one, I think.
I would say they would do it as much as they can until they need to kick, but
they might be running the same play.
Yeah, look for them to try to exploit that one-on-one coverage.
Yeah,
you got to worry about a pick.
This is what's going on here.
Matt Morgan's going to take his final timeout.
Okay,
so.
smart idea there.
Yeah,
he's going to come out and adjust.
So as Plum Mustangs. So as the Plum Mustangs look to get another stop, it could be a really big stop in the midst of things.
Yes,
you know, it's the second quarter, but if a big stop here, you never know if they score, what could happen.
We saw this against the Kiski game, guys.
Exactly. This is the exact same position, exact same place.
Goal line stops were a big difference for the Plum Mustangs.
Now that was miscommunicated bad by Kiski, but hopefully something can happen here with Franklin.
But they also used their last time out.
Yeah.
So if they don't get this in, they have to do something. And it's their second and 10, so they have to do something to get that ball stopped so the kicking team can come on. If they don't get this, that's a big stop.
If they don't, I'd say if they don't get it in the end zone, but they do receive it, it's going to be difficult for them.
They're definitely going to try to throw it in the end zone.
Oh yeah,
I've seen plays take 5.5 seconds, so you never know. And he's getting rushed.
Oh, you look. He gets.
What?
Oh my God!
Play has to be dead.
Yeah,
Play's dead. The ref is saying play is dead.
So
it's number 77.
A big break for Plum as they stop the Franklin Regional Panthers again.
Play is dead.
Kiski game
Play is
2 weeks
dead.
ago.
As the Mustangs
go into the third quarter, winning 13-7.
Wow. And you see the coaching staff waving their team in, saying, "Let's go, get off the field."
Wow.
And that was amazing for the Plum Mustangs.
Good job by them. I'll give them credit.
Right as the Franklin Regional helmet comes off, the play is dead. The play is dead, and that was a great stop for the Mustangs. I see BJ shocked, Jackson shocked, everyone shocked here in Mustang Stadium. That was amazing for the Mustangs.
Just like the Kiski game, you know. Oh, wow.
The Mustangs defense getting a little sneaky in their own red zone.
Man,
and now he's just so lucky that his helmet came off there, because you saw him finish in the end zone at the end of the play. Wow, that is just incredible. Two times this year we see him stopped at halftime.
That's going to be a turning point, because they get the ball back now and they have a lead. If they can go down and score, that looks like that might.
And it's funny because I was picked up by number 71, Bryce Lowry. He fought. Don't get me wrong. He fought to get in that end zone.
Yeah, that was a big push, and that was a great stop by the Plum Mustangs defense. As we'll look back at the first half here, and we'll discuss what we think.
Well, we'll do that after the band plays. So after we don't bounce that.
Okay.
So
that works.
As we see Franklin Regional. Wow, that's loud.
Looks like it has something to do with Star Wars.
Yeah,
here,
space.
So.
It seems like.
Oh, man.
We'll see what's going on here, and we'll see after half.
Yeah.
At the end of halftime here.
Still for the audience.
Ignition sequence start. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Presenting the unconventional marching band with drum majors Marty Caesar, Ashley Lee, and Megan Swift. An epic adventure.
We need more space.
We need more space. The Panther Band is your portal to a universe of distant galaxies. We'll be counting stars. We'll be counting stars.
Director Kevin Pollack, Assistant Director Lawrence Silvestri, Auxiliary Coordinator Art Director Carla Galloway, Percussion Coordinator Brian Kramer, and Band Choreographer Danny Corporal. Top engineers are Paul and Deb Steiner, audio engineers Jim D'Souza. Thanks for enjoying the show. We're over and out. Ladies and gentlemen, please join me in welcoming the second half of this evening's homecoming entertainment, the Plum High School Mustang Marching Band, led by drum majors Megan Christian and Jonathan Ham. We are proud to present this year's starter show, the Vega de la Pina. Tonight's performance begins with an all-hot medley of Sears Takeout and children's concerts from the non-theater and Paris Cup Grand Jam. After which we will transition to Michael Bublé's soulful rendition of Spring, including the trumpet solo by Johnny Lang. The band will bring us to a close with the popular and jazzy Malibu. We would like to thank you once again for allowing us to support the music video. We hope you all enjoyed the show. Our main partner of the election is Mr. Stephanie Moore. Our teacher is Mr. Hockey Foxton and Brandon Moore. The band playing sponsors Miss Stephanie Moore, Mr. Jessica Clark, Mr. Martha Caparello, Mrs. Alana Sarah Custer, and Mrs. Sarah Hall. Good day.
one more. Down one more.
Please be out to 50-50 tickets. The winner will receive 585.
Welcome back here at Plum High School Mustang Stadium here as we're going to discuss what we thought about that first half here. Go to Will. Let's see what you think, Will.
I was really impressed with the Mustang offense, how they came out running the ball. I was expecting Lynn Hart to really throw the ball more often than he did run it. I was really impressed with how Colt Robb did, how Carson Ewing stepped in, how Dom Carosano did on wide receiver, and on defense too. Colt Robb and Dom Carosano really carrying this offense defensively. You know, they were thinking about missing Corey Thomas and stuff, and I think that really sparked a fire under this defense and offense's butt, as my dad would say. But it's interesting to see how this Mustang offense and defense really came alive today. The defensively having turnovers, which is really, really good to see in a Mustang defense. And the key factor to me would be having 13 points on the board, and those aren't just field goals; those are touchdowns, and that's what I wanted to see. And they got 2 touchdowns, which was very, very encouraging to me. Now, what about you two? I know that you didn't really see the game that much, but you saw parts of the game. What did you think from what you saw?
Yeah, I thought the offensive line looked good.
Mike G. did a great job. I saw Aaron Scheffler did a really good job. And what about you, Jackson?
Yeah, I agree with you, Will. I think the offense has done a great job putting up points on the board. You know, their first touchdown of the season was tonight, and it really sparked something for them, I think. And all the holes have been opening up for their running game. With you see Colton Robb, you saw Dakota Sunday there with a bunch of big runs there in that second quarter. I think they're doing a wonderful job on defense too, with a couple of turnovers, a fumble, 2 interceptions, the huge one in the bottom of the, close to the end of the second quarter with Dom Carosano, who ran down the sideline to pretty much give them that second touchdown to give them the lead, was definitely the turning point in the game. So overall, I think they're doing a really good job.
What about you, BJ?
Sorry, I was swallowing my water there, but yeah, I think the offense definitely came out. I don't know if this was said. I didn't have my headset on. It obviously was, but the offense definitely looked like a new offense there in the first half. I mean, just a new Mustangs team, basically. As I said before, definitely more energized. And like I said, maybe playing for Corey Thomas, as he is unfortunately out for the season. But you didn't really see. I mean, you thought maybe the offense would decline, but with the depth we have, I mean, Colt Robb and Dakota Sunday just stepped right in, and Colt Robb and Dom Carosano, even Dom Carosano on offense as well, but those two on defense coming up with picks. As we see the second half kickoff about to come, as there's the clock's winding down to start the second half.
Yeah, I expected to see Hunter Linhart in this game, but then it transitioned into Anthony Little, who has done a great job. Like
yeah, he's played great.
He's thrown more passes than I think he would, because he's sort of that double threat. Like I think you said in the first or second quarter, you said that he was that double threat as we watch Franklin Regional kickoff here.
Yeah, it's great that they get the ball back, especially starting with the lead. So see the Mustangs to execute here. Maybe go for the two-point conversion, get what they're supposed to have, as that's going to run out. It would have ran out of bounds. I don't know why he stopped it.
I think it did.
I think he did.
He just kind of stopped it out of bounds. I don't think he wanted to chase the ball, I guess.
That was stopped by number 35 of the Mustangs, Larry Scafari. Scafari. Same thing. So as Anthony Little comes back with Mike Giannuzzi, as you see, number 52, right next to him.
Yeah, the offensive line gave Little a lot of time.
Yeah, as you see.
Yeah, definitely. I think their offense has been real solid so far, and they've really opened up these holes for these running backs to get big gains, and it's really opened up their play-action pass deep, which is what scored them the 2 touchdowns here. I think if they go down and they score a touchdown here, you know, Brendan, I think if they go down and score, it's really a big momentum shift, as they'll only have 7, and Plum will have around 19 or 20 or 21 if they go for it, you know.
Yeah, so the Mustangs take over on the ball. The ball is on the 35-yard line. Anthony Little with Dakota Sunday next to him, drops back, looks to the
go
right.
in the middle.
Caught by number 9?
Dylan Tomko.
Dylan Tomko, big play.
Good job by Dylan there. It was a
former TV partner, as me and Jackson were, and Brendan Toot were in his class last year. So
right off the bat, Anthony Little pass up the middle, dead on. It was perfect.
They're really exploiting those seams to not only start this half, but they did it in the first half as well.
Hand off to Dakota Sunday. Looks like a flag's going to be going, so that might be a hold or a false start.
Might be coming back here.
It's all right.
But still, yeah, I mean, first play of the half, I mean, coming down and throwing the ball.
You know, that happened at the beginning
25,
of the game.
30 yards.
They get the ball and they ran that long play down. It's really, you know, flexing their guns.
Yeah.
Showing they have the run and pass
Showing what
options.
they can do.
So
They're doing great.
Let's see it here. I don't know what that.
Looks like a legal motion.
Yeah. Legal formation. So 5 yards will be pushed back to the 45 of the Franklin Regional Panthers. Still in their zone, which is good. It'll be a 1st and 15 now, so look for another throw here. Maybe a screen play, BJ, looks like.
Anthony Little drops back.
Anthony Little drops back. Has Dom. Dom's going to get to the original line of scrimmage.
So it'll look like it'll be a 2nd and 10 here for the Plum
Feed Dom the ball.
Feed him the ball, and they'll win the game, as Dom
That's what he said.
BJ. Okay.
Feed Zeke.
Yeah, instead of feed Zeke, it's feed Dom. Good input there, too. I like that.
Yeah, Toot's coming up with our sayings here.
I think we should keep that for the rest of the year.
Yeah.
Every time he catches a ball, you say feed Dom.
Feed Dom.
Aaron Scheffler goes under center here.
Looks like the I formation.
Yeah. Colt Robb in the backfield, so.
Dakota Sunday in the fullback.
Yeah. It's going to be a hand off to Colt Robb. Penalties are flying. This might.
The middle, and he gains about 4 yards.
Think this is going to be on the Plum Mustangs, guys. This might be called back.
I mean, there looked like no hole there, but that Colt Robb found something to do with that play there.
He did it again, yeah. He was going to go to the outside. He said, nope, going to come back up the middle, and he went right to it.
Called holding on the play. I didn't really see the hold, so.
I didn't see that one, I guess.
I didn't really see it, but apparently the ref did. So the ball will be again pushed back to the 45, so it'll be second
and 15.
And 15.
Send it. So it looks like 2nd and 15 here for the Plum Mustangs, as they're as they're on the Franklin Regional 45 as they look to get a first down here. Let's see, Anthony Littlejoss back. He looks to his man. He's looking number 7.
Airs one out to Reed Martin. Oh!
No flag on the play there. Oh, it just went through his fingertips there.
There's a lot of good play call coming out of first halftime.
Yeah, that is.
Drew up a few good plays.
That was a good play call too. Just really didn't connect. It seems like Reed Martin was pretty much towered over by number 7 on Franklin Regional, Nathan Leopold, as he is 6 foot and Reed Martin is only 5'9", so a little bit of height difference there, but seemed to have an effect there.
So we got a 3rd and 15 here for the Plum Mustangs. Hopefully
Looks like the same formation.
Oh, a little bit of a snap by. He's still going down to his man deep. Dom is incomplete.
If he would have threw that to Dylan Tomko instead of Dom Carasano, it may have been a pass interference. It seemed like Toot, if you were watching that.
So this is a play where you're in between punting, because if you punt it, you got to really place it good, you know, because Jackson Gilday does have a pretty strong leg on him.
Yeah, he does.
So this is kind of an in-between, but he's going to obviously punt it away here, as hopefully he can make it a good one and get it down inside the 10. I'd say it would be a great punt for him. As the punt is up, it's skied it. It's going to go down about that.
Not a bad punt, you know. You didn't want to get into the end zone, so and with Jackson's leg, he might have.
He made it eased up on him.
Yeah.
Well, the defense is going to come out, as Plum couldn't do anything with that drive, but I'm sure their defense has made adjustments to their the Franklin Regionals play style, and they're going to come out and know exactly what they're doing, and hopefully they can. It appears the ball's going to be brought back up here or back.
I don't know what was the call or something.
I'm not sure. There's some configuring with the ref. Something's going on. Holding. It looks like on the offense, so they're going to bump him back more.
Might be a re-kick. Yep, that's going to be a re-kick.
Well, that's a good thing for Jackson.
That's good.
Now, like, I think he can
leg one out.
He can really leg it out. Yeah.
Instead of skying one, he might be able to punt one back inside the 20 here.
Yeah,
so
hopefully he can get a good kick here. I feel like that last one he could have definitely done better with.
I see Tyrese Coleman backing up now. He's on the 25-yard line, so he knows Jackson's got a leg. Low snap, but
so is that going to be
a skied punt? Ball caught at the 30, but it's going to be a flag on the play, going to be stoppage and play. It's going
some configuring with
it's going to be pushed back even farther, so it's going to be 4th and what?
Wow.
28 now?
4th and, yeah. Wow. Okay.
Oh, yep, 4th and 23.
Hey, I'd like to see the Mustangs just run somebody up the seam and then go for it right here and throw the ball. They would not expect it at all.
Yeah, that would be interesting.
That would be crazy.
4th and 28, Jackson Gilday almost on the 20-yard line. As the ball's going to be legged out. That's a good kick. Good kick. Mustang roll. It's going to be inside the 20.
About 18-yard line.
That's a good punt. Good punt. Big play by Jackson Gilday. That's a good play. Good play.
That was a good one inside the 20 from that field position's not bad. It's too bad they had a couple of false starts and some penalties there to bump them back, but it's still a good kick and still it's a good setup for the defense here.
I watched a lot of the you filmed well.
Hey, it's a good kick by Jackson Gilday. Ball at the 20-yard line. See if Aaron Scheffler and Mike Giannuzzi get up the quarterback here. It's Carson Ewing also in there.
Well, that's a block in the back.
Yeah, that was a good tackle. Great tackle by Dom Carasano. Ball thrown to number 84 on Franklin Regional. Justin Mosser.
And what I saw there is Dom basically got pushed.
Yeah.
From behind into the ball carrier there.
we see a different person on the defensive line here, BJ. We've seen him more and more as the week's gone on. Number 8, Jimmy Corner's in the game. Big hit play. That's a good play by Hunter Fields as the ball was intended for number 11, Jacob Shed.
And sorry, Will, but to go back to what you were saying, the change on the defensive line, I feel like they're trusting more people on that defensive line there, and they're slowly rotating guys in, as you'll see on. They're slowly rotating guys in. Excuse me, as you see, mostly like on college and professional teams as well, and it really keeps your guys fresh. So when they're in the game, they're really making good plays. As you see, a deep throw down the field to number 7, and that is caught Nathan Leopold all the way down to the Mustangs 45-yard line. How about that play, Toot?
That was a big play. Go, Toot. You can speak. Okay, never mind. Toot's giving us the motion.
Yeah, well, yeah, Toot, you don't speak unless we tell you
I missed that play there.
But big play from the Franklin Regional Panthers as they're marching down the Mustang zone now.
Yeah,
ball in the 45. Big play.
That was a big pass by the Franklin Regional offense there.
It's going to be a QB keep. Carson Ewing reads it perfectly. Great play by Carson Ewing. It's wrap up the quarterback. That's what you want. That is what that's what they've been doing now. They've pretty much changed it up that they need to wrap him up. Even if he doesn't have the ball, get on the quarterback, and that's what they did, and that was a great play right there.
Number 14, whenever he gets knocked down in the back, he seems to have a kind of getaway kind of deal. You know, that's like his instinct, just get away from him and then throw the ball. But that time, Carson, you're doing a wonderful job of getting him in the back and tackling as it's 2nd and 16 now as the quarterback's going to hand it off and fake it, and he's going to do another QB draw and get stopped.
Wow. Not letting them to the line of scrimmage as I think is that number 50?
Number 50, Cooper Awful just drilled number 9. That's a great hit.
That was
Johns.
Number 9's not really having a good day as Mike Giannuzzi hits him before the game.
Another one,
yeah. Yeah, another big hit. Mike Giannuzzi pretty much took the win out of him the first time, but now I don't know how he's still.
He sort of did what the Penn Hills defender did to us 2-3 weeks ago. Yeah. He's kind of suplexed him over his head.
So a long 3rd down here as it's 3rd and 13 for the Franklin Regional Panthers. As the quarterback gets it, he drops back, he looks for his man. He's going to get tackled by Carson Ewing again, wrapped up around the ankle.
Carson Ewing fought through that offensive line and got to the quarterback. Great job by Carson Ewing to get to the quarterback.
So they're going to punt. So Franklin Regional is going to punt the ball here, and hopefully Plum can get great field position. Get great field position here as the kicker comes out for Franklin.
As you see a couple new faces for the Plum Mustangs come onto the field. Number 35, Larry Scafari's on the pretty much defensive line, it seems like, but we've only seen him in the backfield for the receiving. And as this one's going to be line drive to Hunter Fields, and now he's going to catch it on the run with a fair catch at the, I want to say 24?
25-yard line.
Yeah, 24-yard line. So Mustangs get good field position, 24-yard line. Look for another deep pass, Dom Carsano or something, coming from Anthony Little. I mean, Anthony Little has really stepped up in this game, guys. We saw Hunter Lenhart come in and start this game, but Anthony Little's really stepped up. It seems like, as you said before, BJ, he may have just seen the competition and was like, hey, I gotta step up my game, and that's exactly what he's done, and he's done a great job of it. I can't wait to see if this transfers over to the next game. We're in its homecoming week here at home for McKeesport as Colt Robin finds a hole, and he's going to gain at least 5 yards.
Yeah, well, to go with what you were saying, I definitely think he saw the competition and said, "This is my spot. I want to play on. I want to be on the field," and he's proven it today.
I think Anthony Little's done a great job coming in, especially after Hunter was down. I think Hunter didn't do a bad job. I just think Anthony's really taken over that QB role as of now. So as the Plum Mustangs have a 2nd and 5 here on their own 29, looking to get a first down.
It's going to be a handoff to Dakota Sunday, and he's going to muscle his way through, get the first down. he really just plowed through like 2 defenders at once there, BJ. It really shows how much power Dakota Sunday really packs in.
Yeah, he really can just plow through the defensive line, and that's exactly what he did there to get that first down. Just his little gain of 5-6 yards that can really hurt a team.
So we've really been seeing how they've used Dakota, Colt Robb, and all those other people in the backfield. They've really been using them and to the air game, which is what you want to see out of your offense. So same formation as Colt. They hand off to Colt Robb. Colt Robb comes back. Great cut. He's going to be pushed out of bounds at around the 48-yard line. That was a great cut by Colt Robb, changing directions, finding the sidelines, and that's exactly what you want. He has speed. It really shows that he has footwork, and that was a great job by Colt Robb.
He's done that a couple times as he goes to the outside, cuts back up the middle, then goes back to the outside.
Yes, that's it, and he gets to the 48-yard line. It's Mustang's first down.
And
So
that's what great ball carriers do. That play was designed to run up the middle, but he saw the hole to the outside and he took it. Great play by Colt Robb there, and the offensive line for holding their blocks.
yeah.
Good all-around play.
As their leader is Aaron Scheffler on the offensive line. Hand off to Colt Robb again. He's going to cut back to the sidelines again, and he's going to be stopped. 3-yard gain for Colt Robb. Hey, that wasn't bad. I mean, that was the same play over again, BJ. And that was supposed to go. That was designed to go up the middle, but he cut back, tried to find the outside, but the defense was right there. They knew what was going on. So
he was brought down by Bryce Lohr there. Sorry to interrupt, but he, again, another factor for Franklin as he brought down. I believe he brought down that play and a few other plays he's been involved in.
Thank gosh Colt was okay there, because it looked like his knee kind of got caught up under him, and had he pushed him back, it might have.
Yeah, as Colt Robb takes a breather on the sidelines now. Sorry about that, BJ, but
well deserved.
yeah. Marcus Thomas checks into the game. Dakota Sunday in front of him. We hand off to Dakota Sunday as he muscles his way through to the 40-yard line. Wow.
Like I said, just plowing right through that defensive line. That can really kill a defense right there. Just those little runs by someone like Dakota.
That's just some.
What's interesting is that you see when the offensive line gets to the line of scrimmage, before they used to just get down and set, and you saw a lot more false start penalties. I think Mr. Freilich, who's a gym teacher here at Plum, I think you saw him work with the fact that you watch them like get set, and then when Anthony Little gets ready, they'll get down. I think that's helping with their timing a little bit.
So hand off to Marcus Thomas as he's going to get the first down and 2 yards.
You said the mention of Corey Thomas going down and being a huge factor for that. You said multiple people stepping up. Colt Robb obviously stepping up. Dakota's always been there, but he's stepping up huge tonight.
Yeah.
And Marcus, they throw him in for Colt as he gets a breather, and he gets that great little gain for a first down.
Yes, they're really using everyone on that is a running back or a fullback. I mean, they've really haven't used Dakota Sunday because they have Corey Thomas, but I mean, now Corey's out, so they have to kind of share the ball a little bit more, not just give it to Corey Thomas, but Dakota's really stepped up, and they're going to hand it off to Marcus Thomas. He's going to be swallowed up at the line of scrimmage, loss of 1, but it was a great play by Dakota Sunday, but the play before, just nothing Marcus could do there. He just was met by a wall of white and gold there.
Yeah, their offensive line has done a great job of making blocks and opening up holes for their runners, which is why they're successful. But thank you. Opening up holes for their runners, as you know, you could see Colt Robb going, and he's running that outside, inside, outside, and then Marcus just cut straight up the middle, and obviously Dakota Sunday just plowing right through that defensive line.
Yes, yes.
And they lost a yard on that last play there, but I think that's the first time they've lost yards in a while here. It seems like they're really pushing the ball up the field.
This offensive series has been, might be a timeout. Yep, Mustang timeout.
Okay. So as Plum Mustangs use their first timeout with 3:20 left in the third
As you
quarter.
see, Matt Morgan just straight signal to the sideline. We need water. We need water. A lot of players tired out there so far. As you see, Dom Carceno with his helmet off on the sidelines, talking to number 81. Where is it? Shane Dudding, and number 14, Hunter Linhart. So A lot of players are tired, it seems like, but Mustangs have run their butt off. It seems it is, as you've seen this game.
It's been a back and forth game
yes.
to say, you know, punt the ball, get the ball, run it down the field, punt it again. That's what it seems like it's happening.
But other than that first drive by Franklin Regional and the last drive when they got back, I mean, not the last drive of the first half, that's like the only times they were in our zone, deep in our zone, BJ. And they can only contribute to one, and that was because of the defensive play. I mean, defense really stepped up in big moments, and that's what we need. So again, Dakota and Marcus back. It's going to be play action fake. Looking to Hunter Fields downfield. Oh, just overthrows him. If he would have hit him, touchdown. Easy touchdown.
He's showing his arm strength here. As like we've said, he's usually running the ball and running draws and stuff like Franklin's doing, but now he's really airing it out, as you would say. Will he's really throwing it, showing it off.
So,
what do you think, Toot? I mean, he's been throwing it and airing it out, as we say. What do you think about that?
Yeah, a few halftime adjustments coming out right out.
Yeah, it seems that's perfect. The perfect way to say it too. A few halftime adjustments, even with Linhart coming out, they may have made a couple adjustments to the playbook, said what they were going to run and stuff. So Anthony Little takes the ball. He has Dom. He's going to throw it to Dom. Oh, did he catch it? What are they going to give him? They're going to give him 2 yards short of the first down, so it'll be 4th and 2.
I think it's just 4th down territory
Think so, Beach? Or field goal, maybe?
I don't know. It's a deep field goal.
No, they're sending him back out.
I like this. I like this.
Yeah,
Put him away.
aggression.
Try to put him away.
Yeah. As Colt Rob chests back into the game, maybe a QB sneak here, Beach, 2 yards, maybe a fullback dive.
Maybe they have 4th and 3 up there on that scoreboard, but it looks like a 4th and 2.
Yeah.
I think it's a deep 2. I don't know if they'll fullback. I don't think they'll quarterback dive here, but
no.
Nah, they got
the shotgun.
Maybe a little fullback.
3 to the right, 1 to the left. Hand off to Colt Rob.
He's trying to get the outside.
He gets the edge.
The outside.
He got it. Oh,
he got it.
Number 71 on that stop. Bryce Lohr.
Get up there, but Is he all right?
Yeah,
yep, Colt Rob's all right. He was brought down by number 71.
Bryce Lohr.
Bryce Lohr, yeah. He's been in and out every play, man.
Bryce Lohr just was on Colt Rob's back. There's nothing Colt Rob could do, but that was a great play by Colt Rob to get the edge. So first down Mustangs, as the Mustangs take over on the 18-yard line now. So could be another scoring drive we're seeing here develop here, BJ.
Yeah, definitely with 2:23 left in this third quarter.
Yeah,
First and 10 for the Mustangs.
Colt Rob and Dakota Sunday back again. Hand off to Colt Rob. He's going to find the hole.
He's going to gain a couple of yards there.
He's going to gain 4 or 5 yards.
Yeah, just little by little. That's what the running backs need to do, and that's what they've been doing. That's what I think the difference between past games and this one has been usually they get stuffed around the scrimmage or behind it. This game, they're getting right through and they're getting right into that DO line.
So that was a gain of 3 yards. Ball on the 20-yard line now. 2nd and 7. You got 2 wide receivers out, both sides. No, you got 2 wide receivers, 1 on each side. That's Colt Rob and Dakota Sunday behind him. It's going to be a handoff to Colt Rob. He finds the hole.
Middle, he's going to
get to the 15-yard line, 2 yards short of the first
down. About a 3rd and 3 here for the Plum Mustangs. Hopefully they can convert it here as they're inside the 20.
As the Mustangs entered the red zone.
It'll be a 3rd and 1 here. Excuse me.
Good counter call there by the Mustangs. You saw it. And what that does is it throws the defense off because it looks like he's going one way and they'll cut back the other.
Colt Rob's really done a good job of that.
So yeah, he really has. Credit to the offensive linemen as well, and the wide receivers and tight ends that are blocking for him too.
Handoff to Dakota Sunday. Finds a hole. He has a hole. Oh,
down to the 1-yard line.
Yes. As he just plows through 2 Franklin players as they're still on the ground, BJ.
What a wonderful job by Dakota Sunday there to run right up the gut, right for the end zone, right for the end zone, and almost scores on the 1-yard line.
Yes, so Mustangs enter.
So we got a 1st and goal here on the 1-yard line. Hopefully they can convert this touchdown. I feel like that would be a huge
QB sneak,
play.
QB keep here, Beach. They get in. They're going to mark him down at the half-yard line here.
And honestly, I'd run that same play again.
Oh, yeah. I mean, they're getting closer and closer every
You
time.
gotta-
There's 30 seconds.
Yeah, there's 30 seconds left in this third quarter, so
You got to
second
get
goal
it
now
at
on
least
the,
once.
yeah,
You
on the
got 3 tries.
half-yard line.
Fullback dive.
Yeah, fullback.
Yeah.
Have Mike Giannuzzi get in there and jump over that offensive line.
I would hand it off to Dakota here, or run a Colt Rob to the outside to try to get there.
Yeah, I would, like I said, I'd just run
think,
it down their
yeah.
throats as they're going to let the clock run out
Yeah.
here. But I think what I would do is I'd even QB sneak. I mean,
As the fans of the Plum fans and parents and student section are on their feet now, cheering on their Mustangs.
So the Plum Mustangs still leading here at 13-7 here. I do really think if a touchdown here would do them very good. It would be very difficult for Franklin, who has been kind of struggling to get their offense going against the Plum defense. I feel like that would really do them very well.
be the start of the fourth quarter. About to get underway here.
Plum on the 1 yard line, looking to pound it in.
What? How do they not get in? The ball is going to be marked down on like the half-yard line again.
It's the quarter-yard line now. They're just giving them half.
This is where you go to the outside. They've been up the middle.
Yes.
Just run one to the outside. It'll open it up.
Seems like one of Franklin Regional's players is little
shaken up.
Yeah, a little shaken up as he was just laying on the ground. So let's see what they call here. Anthony Little is coming back into the huddle. They got Carson Ewing back out there now with Dakota Sunday and Colt Robb. So maybe a little run. Another fullback got touchdown Mustangs!
Touchdown Mustangs.
Dakota Sunday.
19-7 here. Hopefully they can convert either a field goal or go for 2 here. What would you do here?
Looks like they're going for a field goal here, Jackson. Dakota Sunday with a great play. Anthony Little, way to sell it. Mustangs score 19-7. Looking to make it 20-7.
So they're going to go for the field goal here as Jacksonville Day gets set up for this.
Hunter Fields on the 10-yard line. The holder for Jackson. The kick is up. And good.
Good.
Your Mustangs take the lead 20-7 with 11:15 left in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, go ahead.
Thanks, Jackson.
So in this fourth quarter, I feel like it's going to be quite difficult for Franklin to come back from this one. I hope the Mustangs can just lock it down on defense.
I don't know if it's just me, but it seems like this game has gone so quick.
Yeah,
it seems like it just seems like when the Mustangs score touchdowns and start winning, the game just goes so quick, and you don't want it to go quick. You want it to go slow, enjoy it. But
so the Mustangs coming into this game with 0 touchdowns scored on the season. They come into this one, now they have 3 touchdowns scored going into the fourth, pretty much.
And they could score more. I mean, honestly, this Mustang team has been amazing today. I mean, it's going to be hard picking 3 stars at the end of the game, Jackson. There's just so many.
So we're going to see the Plum special teams about to kick the ball off to Franklin Regional Panthers here. Hopefully Jacksonville Day can get a great kick here.
For the Panthers, Herman Powell.
And Interesting.
Yeah.
I don't know if you could pick up that audio.
Yeah, but
you could definitely hear
yeah.
the Franklin Regional.
Yeah, not being too nice to the Plum student section of Plum football team, but scoreboard, you know. So Jackson Godet looking to kick one off on the 40-yard line.
So let's see what he can do.
3 receivers back deep in there. Franklin Regional.
That's a good kick.
Yeah, that's going to be taken at the 2-yard line.
He's going to be taken. He's going to go up the middle with it. He's going to look to.
He has a hole, but he's going to be stopped at the 20-yard line. Great job from the Mustangs. Number 10, Cole. Oh no, that's number 20 on the Mustangs. Cam Anderson on the stop. Good kick by Jackson Godet. I was shocked that he took that one out, and if he would have let that one go, he would have ended up in the same spot. So
his kicks have been pretty on tonight. Besides the one field goal that was blocked, I feel
yeah,
his kicks have been pretty solid. All of his punts.
Yeah, we've said Cam Anderson's name a couple times here.
Yeah, that is
defense
true.
And
yes.
kicking is. I talked to him the other day in school, and he said that he was starting today at linebacker, so he's done a pretty good job for us.
It seems like a new defensive line here, guys. All you see the one that is Aaron Scheffler that we've normally seen. He's going to be. The ball carrier is going to be stuffed at the line of scrimmage, gain of 1, it seems like.
It was a good job by the defense
to
shut that offense down.
Seems like
not create any holes.
Call out a couple numbers. We got Nick Gibson. We've heard him a couple times. Number 50, Cooper Auble. We've heard a couple times, and Jake George and Aaron Scheffler on the stop there, guys. So a couple names we've heard for a little bit. We've heard Auble's name. We've heard Gibson's name. We've heard Aaron Scheffler's name. So
yeah, definitely will. And we've heard some new names here this week. As you see a play action pass to the right, it's going to go deep up top.
No, just under throws.
Incomplete to number 5.
Tyrese Coleman.
Yeah,
it's been a common name too. They go to him pretty often there on offense.
Yeah.
Sorry, BJ.
Seems like his go-to guy, but just underthrows him. As Colt Robb had no idea where the ball was. He was facing the defender when the ball was in the air. So
as you see, a 3rd and 8 for the Panthers here with just a little under 10:30 left in this 4th quarter. Mustangs looking strong here in the 4th quarter still.
Yeah, they got one safety back, BJ. So his number 7's going to keep it.
Yeah, we saw that play in the first a couple of times where he takes the snap and runs, but it never worked. That was the first time I think we've seen it actually be successful.
He's going to be hit by Dakota Sunday. It's going to be 4th down for the Panthers. They're going to have to punt this one away with 10:05. Yeah, that was a quick 3 and out, BJ Jackson. That was a quick 3 and out as Hunter Fields is going to be around the 50-yard line, around the 45 now.
Great field position for the Plum Mustangs here. Hunter can get in and gain a couple of yards on the run back.
Yeah, he's going to be around the 43-yard line now.
The punt is up. Appears to be a skyrocket, but it's going to be a bit short of where Hunter was standing.
Going to take a Mustang bounce and go nowhere. Besides backwards.
So it'll be on the Plum 42, it appears, and they're going to start off in pretty good field position, I'd say.
I'd say
quick 3 and out.
Pretty good field position with 9:38 left. They still have time to get that one back into the.
They could get
back into the end zone.
Here,
so, and the way this Mustang offense has been rolling lately, I wouldn't expect them to do anything different. Just keep running the ball, mix it up, throw it in sometimes. But Mustangs have really done a great job this week. Hopefully carry this momentum into the next week as it's a homecoming night, BJ and Jackson, here at Plum Mustang Stadium, whereas they will take on the McKeesport. I don't know what they're, Tigers or Tigers?
Tigers, yeah,
I think they are the Tigers. So Dakota and Colt Robb behind them. Anthony Little takes under center. It's going to be a handoff to Colt Robb. He finds a hole, and he's going to gain 3 there.
4 yards there by Colt.
Yeah, that's a good run. Good run.
And the good thing here is that the Mustangs, I don't know if you were going to say this, Jackson, but they're going to be able to run out the clock. Not run it out, but take a lot of time off with a lot of run plays here because the run's been so effective.
Well said. That's what I was about to say.
And,
they could easily eat this clock out.
Yeah, Colt Robb checks out, so looks like we got a new player in the backfield. Is that number 35?
Maybe. 35 is Larry Scafuri.
Oh, he's going to get the ball. He has a hole. That's number 35. Yep, that's Larry Scafuri. We see him. Yeah, that was a good run.
To the outside.
Yeah, we saw him on the return team, but haven't really seen him hold the ball lately, and that was a good run for him for his first run. So,
like you said, Beach, they're running out the clock. I mean, it's 8:40 running down now. They're easily going to eat this clock out for another maybe 2 minutes in this drive if they keep going the way they're going.
Plum Mustangs lead the Franklin Regional Panthers 20-7 as Little's in the shotgun formation here with Dakota next to him. As he's going to hit on Dakota. He has a hole.
He's going up the middle. He's going to get down the middle.
Wow, that's a great play by Dakota Sunday. Gets past the 40-yard line. That's Mustangs with a great play right there.
They've honestly, he's been their go-to man to run the ball up the middle hard, and he really got a great block. I saw. I didn't see who the number was, but he got a great block. Yeah. To the outside, gained another 10. What an overall great play by him.
Dakota Sunday really knows how to. It's not often that you see fullbacks with great vision, and Dakota Sunday really has that. I mean, he saw that hole, he knew when to cut, and he just made a well-rounded play as Larry Scafari still in for the Mustangs. It's going to be handoff to Larry. He finds a hole. Oh,
almost got over.
I don't know, Beej. If he would have gotten over that defender, it looks like he may have been gone with the blockers in front of him. But good run by Larry Scafari. So he loses his shoe, it seemed like. But
it looks like he has a lot of speed out of the backfield. Looks like a promising young player here for the Mustangs. And as you were talking about Dakota, not only can he run the ball and have good ball carrier vision, he also, as we've said, plays fullback, so he can block, and he blocks really well too. As I've seen him multiple times hit people and make good blocks from out of the backfield.
So
the I formation here is he's going to hand it off to
Colt
Rob as he gains about 6 yards.
He's going to be a yard short of the first down. It'll be third and
long. Flag on the play.
Yeah.
Late flag there in the backfield. It could be on Franklin.
I think it might, guys.
Could be, yeah.
Yeah, this is when you start seeing the frustration of Franklin kick in, and you're going to see a lot of flags now with 7:21 left. So we saw a little extracurricular activity starting in the first half. Hasn't really carried over to the second half, but now it might start up because of the frustration that's going on. So, oh no, it's going to be a holding. Yeah, it's going to be a holding.
That's interesting because the call was real late. It was in the back. Yeah, that's interesting.
It's going to be a 15-yard penalty.
Wow, that's
a large.
Is that a personal?
That was a personal foul. Yeah.
Wow, that's.
I didn't see anything.
Yeah, I didn't see anything.
We'll have to go back and look at it later.
Yeah.
That's interesting. I didn't see it.
Yeah, I really didn't see anything, but tough break for the Mustangs as they get the ball at the 45. It will be third and about 15, maybe. Third and 14. Yeah, that's it. Drops back. Who's open? Number 9, Taylor Tomko has a hole. He's got brought down at around the 10, around the 8-yard line. Oh, wait, no. That's around the 16. Oh, wait, the 14-yard line, Jackson. 14-yard line. So, yeah, way to find Dylan Tomko going through the center.
I mean, maybe not a feed Dom kind of thing, but not kind of play.
We've heard Dylan Tomko's name a couple times so far. I mean,
we've heard a lot of people's names.
We've heard a lot of people's names differently that we've never really heard before in the first 2 games, and it's really awesome to see those players step up.
It's just to see them step up because I do feel it is because of Corey and falling, and people have to step up.
Yeah, and the handoff to Colt Robb as he finds a hole and he gets to the outside. He might have a touchdown. No. See, that was a dangerous play, BJ. We've seen a lot of players get hurt by what just happened to Reed Martin as people get tackled and just rolled up onto their onto his back of his heel right there, and that's a dangerous play.
Yeah.
And we've seen a lot of players get hurt from that. Turner ACL, do something bad.
Kill Washington.
Yes, but it's luckily that he did not get hurt.
The good thing is he did what you're supposed to do, and he just fell down with it rather than trying to stay up on his feet. As you see a run up the middle.
Mustangs!
Wow. And yet the fall referee signaling a touchdown for the Mustangs.
That's going to be Dakota Sunday. Yep, Dakota Sunday with the carry.
And you really saw that pile being pushed there at the end, and just giving that little extra push got him the touchdown.
Dakota Sunday with the great play. I mean, he's had
26-7 here in the 4th quarter as Franklin trails by 6 minutes.
He's had two of the 4 Mustang touchdowns today as
Jacksonville Day goes out for the kick here.
Flag. It's going to be too many men on the field for the Mustangs. A little miscommunication there. So that'll push the field goal back a couple yards. Shouldn't be too hard for Jackson, as we saw him knock him in from the 40-yard line during warm-ups, BJ. So shouldn't be too hard for Jackson here, as he's on the 15-yard line. So
this would be to make it 27-7 here.
Yeah, it's kind of odd seeing them not go for two to try to.
I'd rather
But they're still getting the extra point. The kick is up and good. Easily. And there's a penalty on the Franklin Road. As you see, number 71 on the field. Looks like he's hurt.
So it appears to be some extracurricular activities, like you said. That rivalry is coming into play right now.
Yeah, as
something going on the field right now.
As they just took out Jackson Godet, it seemed like at the end of that one, but whoa. So it's going to be roughing the kicker, and another flag's going to be flown.
Yeah,
they're gonna.
What do you think that's on?
I don't like that call.
I don't either.
Because I think he was protecting the kicker there. I mean, you can't.
Jackson was ran into after the kick. It should be a 15-yard penalty against Franklin.
Yeah,
if you could hear Mr. Barat there, it should be a penalty against Franklin, but it appears to be one of the Franklin players is hurt, and then there was some extracurricular activities.
And that's their big guy too, Jackson and BJ. That's number 71.
Oh, that's Bryce Lauer.
Yeah, Bryce Lauer's on the field hurt, but that should be a 15-yard penalty for roughing the kicker. But would that be on? That
would be on the kickoff. So they'd kick from the.
And he looks like he's hurt pretty bad if he's staying down for this long. With seems like the training crew, you see from ESSMC.
I'm not sure I saw what happened to him.
I didn't see what happened to him either. I saw him as he was standing up after the play, and then he just fell down.
Maybe he.
I don't know if it was.
Maybe he fell or something.
I saw what happened. Sure. When he knocked Jackson over, he got back up, and Hunter Fields he's his holder, and just by protection, he threw him back down to the ground with reason, in my opinion.
Oh yeah, I mean,
because that was such a late hit. I mean, I do not blame Hunter at all for that. And in fact, you saw him go to the sideline, and Coach Morgan said, I mean, obviously you don't want to see somebody get hurt, but he was just protecting one of his players there.
I get that, but that shows a good teammate there by Hunter and Jackson. It obviously shows that they care about
it. It definitely shows a dirty play, as the Mustangs are up by 20 points now.
Yeah, that's definitely not.
Late in the game.
Very safe by the 71, but he's going to get off the field on his own will, so that's okay. Good for him, but otherwise, very dirty play by them, I would say.
We'll see the penalties here as 2 markers were down.
So, do they call the penalties yet, BJ?
I believe it'll happen on the kickoff is when the.
No, I think they're writing down.
There are 2 penalty markers though, so I wonder if one of them
they might have canceled out.
I thought because the coach came on and their own trainer came on without the referee signaling them on. I don't think they're allowed to do that, are they?
I'm not sure. I don't know.
I don't know if that was illegal or. So they'll be kicking off on the 30. It must have been against the Mustangs.
I'm not sure what you would call on that one because you roughed the kicker. Shouldn't it be on?
Yeah, that's what Mr. VJ's asking Mr. Barat.
So they should march the ball up to the 45, and Jackson should sit from. Or if it's too unsportsmanlike, it should be 30 yards. So they're going to move it from the 40. So Plum's going to kick off from the 30.
Huh.
So that's wow. Mr. Barat said it's a 30-yard kickoff.
I've never seen this.
Yes, I've never seen. So you would honestly think of an onside kick here, wouldn't you, Jackson? DJ?
I don't know how to approach it.
I would definitely think of an onside kick. I would not like to see Jackson Godet just kick this through.
But the funny thing is that he makes field goals from this yardage.
Yeah.
He's gonna try to just kick.
There we go.
Oh!
He got it! Mustangs recover it.
I think Jackson Gilday recovered his own onside kick.
No way. That was a good, good play from Jackson Gilday.
This game.
Mustang's going! Gosh! Wow! So the Fox Chapel Panthers pay with my bad. Franklin Regional's Panthers pay with their own. I heard Scheffler throw Jackson Gilday's hold right there. That was. I love that. Yeah, that was crazy game. That was just fun to see right there.
I have not seen that in my entire life. Right there, a kicker recovered his own onside kick.
I've seen it a couple times in the NFL.
30-yard line.
Yeah, I've never seen it. That's true.
Yeah, that's the more interesting thing.
Mustang will take over on the, what do you want to say,
so 18-yard line.
Great field position.
Yes,
I'd say so.
Hand off to Colt Robb. He's going to find the outside. He's going to find the edge, find the hole.
He's going to
cut back. That's a great cut. Great cut from Colt Robb. He's going to be marked out at the 9-yard line.
Yeah, these Mustangs have been playing a wonderful game. It's been so much fun to watch.
I'm still in awe by the onside kick right there.
That was amazing.
Wow. When you onside kick, you're thinking, all right, well, if they get it, we're going to have bad field position here. But
I mean, bad field position. We're kicking off from the
we're having
both ways.
It's crazy because, like we said, they were kicking off from the 30-yard line, which is just
amazing.
Unheard of.
I've never seen that. And to recover it,
we've seen
amazing.
Franklin Regional's penalties come and bite them in the butt today, as that one certainly did.
That one definitely was the biggest.
So look for the Mustangs to go up by.
Another handoff
outside. Colt Robbins finding the outside. That's going to be a flag on the play. There's a flag on the play.
The back. That will be.
Would that be a horse collar, BJ? I don't know if he grabbed his.
I think he grabbed his arm there. I don't know if that was.
I think he grabbed his arm.
He definitely held him down.
It's on the offense, so there's a holding penalty, so it'll come back 10 yards.
I mean,
2nd and 11 for the Mustangs.
Right now, really, the Mustangs shouldn't have the ball. The Franklin Regional should have the ball deep in their own end zone, but. You know,
they're going to mark it at the 20-yard
line, so
I guess the hold was at the 10-yard line.
This would be a 2nd and
12
for the Mustangs. I would like to see the Mustangs knock another one in with 5:24 left in the fourth quarter. Look to wrap up this one here in Mustang Stadium. He's going to hand off to Colt Robb. He's going to find the edge. He has blockers. He has a hole. He's going to get the first down.
Very close.
He's going to have the first down.
You know, if he didn't do it the first time, he definitely did it there with no penalties there. So it'll be a first down there for the Plum Mustangs.
As they get inside the 10-yard line, so 1st and goal now from the 8-yard line.
They're not saying it's a first down.
Yeah, hold on.
3rd and 1. Oh, never mind. 3rd and 1. On the scoreboard, it says first down, but
you know, it's interesting. I said earlier.
It's going to be Colt Robb's going to outside. He's going to get the inside the 1-yard line.
I think he'll definitely have the first down there.
Yes, I definitely think. As you see, I don't know if we can see. No, we can't on the camera, but all the players are down near where Jackson Gilday usually practices his field goals. So
looks like he's not going to practice field goal at this moment, with everyone very excited as they've scored. What, 4 touchdowns?
Yeah,
tonight?
So look for them to knock their 5th one in today. Maybe Dakota Sunday could knock another one in.
I mean, you come into this game with 0 touchdowns scored and you score 5 in one game. That's impressive.
Look for QE keep here, BJ Jackson. Oh, there's Dakota Sunday.
And he's in.
Looks like he's in.
That'll be a Mustang. Touchdown! Touchdown Mustangs. Dakota Sunday for the
touchdown of the night for the Mustangs.
That's a 2-yard run from Dakota Sunday. That'll be his 3rd of the night. With 4:27 left in the 4th quarter, it is going to be 34-7. If Jackson Gilday knocks this one in, hopefully, you want to say if you're a Franklin Regional parent or a player that you don't want to see another onside kick from their 30. But Jackson Gilday lines up as Hunter Fields is going to hold on the 10-yard line. Jackson Gilday about 3 or 4 yards back. Kick is up, and it's going to be blocked. It's going to be blocked, but...
And that's still almost one in.
Yeah. Yeah, that almost went in, BJ. So
it's going to be 33-7 here with 4 minutes and 27 seconds left as Plum's winning.
Two blocked punts, two blocked field goals.
It's really been something.
Yeah, really been something. But great job for the Mustangs as the fans are on their feet. Clapping for the Mustangs.
This has showed us what they really could be, and I know I wasn't there last week, but I don't know what it's like. But this is totally different team from what I saw against Kiski. Even.
Yes. You know what this might be? They might they are going to be 2-0 at home, and 2-0 at home. So maybe they're just a home team. You know, maybe all their games just need to be at home and they'll win.
I mean, that would be ideal, but
yeah, you can't have that. So Jackson Godet will punt from the Mustang 40 this time, not Franklin Regional 30. So
that would be interesting.
Yeah, another onside kick maybe would be good. But Franklin Regional has that weird formation of 3 in the back, and Jackson Godet is going to kick from the 40 on the left hash. He likes that left hash. They only have 2 to the right on the right side here, BJ, on the kick return team. So that's kind of weird to see.
I just think I'm in shock of Plum right now.
You see,
done a great job.
Kick is up. It's going to be a line drive to number 5.
Inside the 10 though, about the 5-yard line. Oops.
A little stutter step. It's going to be. He's going to mark his way back.
Yeah, wow.
Yeah, it's going to be.
Flag.
Yeah, there's 1, 2, 3 flags on the field.
Whoa.
There's another flag.
The Mustangs do not need to get into this. They do not need to do this.
It's definitely Franklin Regional's frustration coming out, and that's obviously understandable with the score being it.
And it's frustrating the Mustangs here.
Yeah.
I mean, they
can't just can't take that much. They're not just going to take that much, but that's what the Mustangs have to do. They have to be more.
I think we talked to Aaron today about the rivalry and how it's still definitely present for them, and how they still definitely want to beat Franklin, and how things are going right now. I'm sure Plum's very excited, and I'm sure Franklin's just getting frustrated with the way things are going.
Yes. I think it's very frustrating to the Franklin Regional Panthers about how they just came in here with all that last year when the Plum Mustangs played them and on their own turf, and Franklin Regional went in there and won on their own turf, but they thought that Mustangs, since they lost Corey Thomas last week, that this is just going to be a nice win for them. They were going to come in here and just get a W. And obviously the Mustangs showed them that we were going to fight, and they showed it by winning today. Well, we don't know the final score yet, but it's 33-7 with Mustangs with a big lead. It's kind of hard to come back so far, but I mean, you have to think the Franklin Regional offense couldn't really get anything going in the second half. Can't really get anything going in the first half either, besides that first run and the last run that they had. But other than that, the Mustangs defense has been awesome. So this ball will be marked down. What are they doing here, BJ? Marking it down at the 30.
I think they're going penalty by penalty right now.
27-yard line, BJ.
Yeah.
So good field position if you're on the Mustang defense. Look for another interception or a turnover, Jackson.
I would definitely love to see another turnover and go down and score. That would just light the student section in this crowd. It would just electrify it more than it already has.
What the Mustangs need to do is not getting into these extracurricular activities that Franklin Regional, their players are trying to do.
Yes, they do not. It's just going to hurt. It's just, yes, as you see a new quarterback in, number 2, Colton Jones.
The lefty, little southpaw action.
Yeah.
He's going to come back up the middle for a run. He's going to.
Oh, good stiff arm.
Yes, he's going to be tackled by number 20.
Cameron Anderson.
Cam Anderson and
another name that hasn't been mentioned a lot. Right
Dakota Sunday finished them off on the ground, but it's a good play by Cam Anderson and Dakota Sunday. As you said, Jackson, southpaw in for the Franklin Regional Panthers.
And we see a couple new names that we haven't seen in the past couple weeks that we're talking about, as we've seen Cameron Anderson and Seth
Norcutt just joined into the game, so
And as I was saying, Cooper Obel too.
Yeah, you see number 77 check into the game. Aiden Wetmore too.
Larry Scafuri's been in there a few times.
Yes, and that's going to be a gain of gain of 3 from number 2 Colton Jones, and he's going to be tackled by Carson Ewing. Carson Ewing and Aaron Scheffler have really carried this defensive line, it seems like, with a lot of tackles.
I think it's safe to say Aaron's, right now, in my opinion, probably the heart and soul of the Plum Mustangs right now. He's definitely been their drive.
Yes,
he definitely motivates everyone.
That and Dakota Sunday.
He's their biggest
and hearing how much in class he cares about this Mustang teams. I mean, this. Oh, he's going to be a little fumble there. And fumble! Oh, number 40 is going to pick it up.
He's going to run it back up the middle, and he's going to. Wow.
That's going to be a loss of 1 yard. It's going to be fumbled, and Zachary Gordon, number 40 for the Franklin Regional Panthers, recovered it, luckily for Franklin Regional. But that ball was knocked out by number 3, Carson Ewing.
They went back and then brought it back forward.
Yeah, Carson Ewing knocked that one out, and number 21, Colt Robb.
Bit of displacement there, Will.
Yeah, Colton Robb went to go back and get that one. Think about if Colt Robb picked that up and went to the touchdown. That'd be his what?
That'd be the 6th touchdown of the game, and that would have been his second.
Yeah, that would have been his second touchdown. So
his Hunter Fields is going to come off and go on the sidelines here. You can see.
Yeah, you see a lot of secondary. I don't want to say second team, but this is second team defense. It seems like. You don't see Aaron Scheffler in anymore. You don't see a lot of players. As you see the kicker, Joshua Cummings, in there now too.
Yeah, they're doing a good job.
Yeah, you see Reed Martin there. You see number 77, Aiden Wetmore there on the tackle. You see number 35.
Yeah, they're just giving their guys some playing time.
35, Larry Scafari. You see Dylan Tomko there on the tackle. We've said his name a couple times, and it's going to be punted away with 1:47 left. So.
And that fumble right there, did anybody see that game with Ole Miss where they snapped it over the quarterback's head and they were on about the 7-yard line and they kicked it all the way back to their own 7, so they had a 2nd and goal from their own 7-yard line. That's what that play reminded me of right there.
So the kick is going to be skied up there, and I think, Hunter's going to fair catch this one at about the 33-yard line. So I would like to see how the Mustangs come into this one with if they're going to keep. They're putting Hunter Linderhart in. You see a few new names in there. You see Jake Katsafanis checking into the game.
Big J.
Yeah, Big
Cat. He's in our physics.
He loves football
so much.
He lives for the game. Cam Pivorato. You see a whole new offensive line out there with Jordan Bruno as the center.
Good for them. I'm glad Plum could.
You see Cam Pivorato outside on the wide receiver. Look for Jake Katsafanis to get the ball here. Oh, nope, that's going to be held by, I think that's Larry Scafari on the hold. It's good for Hunter Linderhart to get some snaps.
Yeah, this is a real good game.
Yeah, as you see
everyone involved. It's been a real team game here.
72, Evan Azura. Is that Azura?
Azara,
yeah,
I guess?
Azara.
Sorry if
check into the game, Number 40 on the Mustangs. He's not on the roster. Sorry about that, but a lot of new faces on the Mustang offense, as this is going to be victory formation as Hunter Linderhart takes the knee as the clock ticks down past 40 seconds.
So here at the Plum High School Mustang Stadium, Plum's going to win 33-7 over the Franklin Regional Panthers. It's been a wonderful game overall. For
you may never know here, Jackson.
Sorry to cut you off, Jackson. Carson just took a bow on the sideline over there.
Okay, Carson.
This has been one heck of a game as victory formation again, as Hunter Linderhart's going to take a seat, and your Plum Mustangs get a W here at home as they go 2-0 at home, brings their overall record to 2-1. Your Plum Mustangs win over the Franklin Regional Panthers 33-7.
Huge win.
Huge win. Way to get some touchdowns. All right, let's start with the 3 stars of the night. Let's go with you, BJ. What do you have?
All right, well, first, I have a tie between Colt Robb and Dakota Sunday, but if I had to pick one, it'd be Dakota Sunday. I mean, he had 3 or 4 touchdowns here for probably like 120, 130 rushing yards. And then so I'm going first Dakota, second Colt Robb with that interception almost before the second to end the first half there, and then they scored a touchdown off that play by Anthony Little with that run. Or actually knows that pass to Dakota. So he had a receiving touchdown too, but and then my third star I'll probably give to Dom, is he was a big factor there in that first half and definitely was a part of the offense and the defense as he got an interception and made a couple good catches up the seam. How about you, Will? What do you think?
Obviously, I'm going to give mine to my first star, Dakota Sunday. I mean, he really carried this team on his back. I mean, he saw that Corey Thomas was hurt, and he's a captain too. And I think that Aaron really got in everyone's head tonight as we talked to him in class, Jackson. He said, I need to get everyone on track. I need to get into that locker room, and I need to just start telling people how much I care. Maybe they'll start caring too. It really showed how much Aaron got to this team, but Dakota Sunday with a great game. Second star is going to be Colt Robb, as yours was, BJ. I mean, he did great on offense and defense. And my third star I will have to give to Anthony Little. I know it's a different one from you, BJ, but I thought he did great. I thought that he ran that offense like Corey Thomas or any other quarterback would run it. And if I was Anthony Little, I'd be proud of what I did tonight. Honestly, he played one of the best games I've ever seen him play. With how much he threw the ball, he did a great job throwing the ball where it needed to go. If there's a fourth star, I'd give it to Dom. But there isn't, so those are my top three. What about you, Jackson?
I'm definitely going to go with one or two being interchangeable with what's his name? Sorry, Dakota Sunday and
Colt
Robb. I'm definitely going to give them interchangeable 1 and 2 because both of them had great games. They both definitely ran the ball well. Colt Robb getting to the outside, inside, outside, being able to do that with obviously his great blocking of his offense, and he had a lot of yards. And Dakota Sunday just with the big pounds up the middle, right through the defensive line. And I'm gonna give my third star to Anthony Little, coming in after Hunter Linhart for giving up an interception. I'm gonna say Anthony Little battled through adversity and really threw a lot more passes than I figured that he could, and he did a great job of making his passes and getting a lot of run plays going.
And what Jackson just said, what's crazy was the fact that Colt Robb was kind of the guy that kind of shifted and moved around, went inside, outside, but Dakota was the one that just said, I'm coming right at you, and you're not going to stop me. And we'll send it over to Garrick for his 3 stars.
I wish there was 10. If I got to say that, I wish there was 10 because off the top of my head right now, I can name 10. That's how good the Mustangs did tonight. But if I had to pick top 3, of course, number 1 has to be Dakota Sunday. He was just a freight train. He was the bus, pretty much. He just went right after you and somehow, some way got in the end zone. Number 2 would say Colt Robb because, like I said, the inside-outside type of runs, he did very well on those. And I think he actually had an interception as well. I might be wrong on that. But in third, I would say Anthony Little as well because he came into the game not thinking he was going to be a starter because Hunter Linhart was a starter. And threw pretty well, like really well. And that's all I have.
All right. I mean, how about we do play of the game for you, BJ? What do you think the play of the game is?
Here. Well, my play of the game is Colt Robb's pick down the sideline for about 40-yard return there. I mean, I think we're all in agreement there. I think that was a big turning point in the first half. I mean, maybe that onside kick in the second half. Yeah. I mean, that was when the game was over. It was just an interesting play.
It was interesting. I would say either the Colt Robb pick or the defensive stop right before the second quarter.
I was going to say
because that happened the same time. Same thing as Kiski. Same exact thing happened. Stop right before them from scoring. It would have been a totally different game if they would have scored.
Yeah,
I think we said the same thing.
I was going to say the second quarter stop there. When the clock was ticking down. Great stop by defense. I mean, play was called dead after he lost his helmet, but sad for the Franklin Regional Panthers that they couldn't knock another one in. But Plum Mustang defense held up strong there. And Mr. Barat, your 3 stars.
Well, the third star I'm going to give to, I think Colt Robb. Outstanding game by him tonight. You're going to make fun of me, but the second star I am going to give to the Mustang defense. They conceded that early touchdown to the Franklin Regional Panthers, and they stood tall, and that's something we have not seen any parts of for a consistent period of time. They played pretty well against Penn Hills. We're down 19-0 at halftime, 24-0 to the Penn Trafford Warriors. But and the number one star, and again, I know you're going to poke fun of me because I'm not going to pick out a player here, but I'm going to give it to Coach Morgan and the Mustang coaching staff because,
Agreed.
They, the backs were up against the wall. They haven't scored an offensive touchdown, and, you would have never have guessed that this team did not score an offensive touchdown the entire season, and what a great lead-in to play McKeesport next week. And I know you shouldn't look forward to the games and talk about it, but this Franklin Regional team beat McKeesport. So we know that Gateway and Penn Trafford's the class of the section, and Plum has Gateway left on the schedule, and Latrobe was beating Kiski tonight. So that third or fourth playoff spot are up for grabs. Now Plum's has won head-to-head against the Cavaliers. They've won head-to-head against the Franklin Regional Panthers. So if they win the games that they should win, and they have a home game next week against the McKeesport Tigers, so it should be big. But anyhow, definitely Colt Robb, the Mustang defense, and the Mustang coaching staff.
Yes. Next, as you mentioned, Mr. Broad, next week against McKeesport, homecoming week for the Plum Mustangs as they look to win at home against the McKeesport Tigers. Big game. Pretty much this was a big game for the Mustangs, as Mr. Broad touched on. This is a huge win for the Mustangs. It's great to see them come out and take a win after a bad game last week against Penn Trafford. It just shows the recovery they have and what kind of leadership they have too. As we were talking to Aaron in class, Mr. Breyer, about his dedication, how much passion he has for this team, and it really rubbed off on the Mustangs, it seems like tonight, and really rubbed off on Dakota Sunday, it seems like, in Colt Robb. So your Plum Mustangs get a W tonight at home, 33-7 against the Franklin Regional Panthers. See you next week against the McKeesport Tigers, homecoming week, and come out and support your Mustangs next week as your Plum Mustangs again win 33-7 here on their home turf. See you next week, guys.
Good night, everybody.